Hey YouTube, how the fuck are you guys doing today? Ugh. Are you having a good 4th of July weekend? I've been doing work. Hey, what's going on? Ah, damn, my hair is fucked up. What's going on, fellas? Ah, your 21st birthday tomorrow. That's nice. Good afternoon. Oh, I'm doing all right. Doing good. You know? Got a couple trucks out working today. Waiting for one to get back. We gotta change a tarp real quick. It won't take very long. Because driver knows how to string it. I just gotta we just gotta get it off and then go from there. It won't be that big a deal. Driving down I-65 through like what, Indianapolis? I forget where 65 is pretty long. All my backup alarms work in this fleet, driver. If not, they get fixed immediately. Yeah, thank God it is Friday. Hopefully I get to have some good time on the weekend. Today is my wife's birthday. So I forgot to tell her happy birthday this morning. Shit. I'm going to be in trouble when I get home. But I had to come down. I put brakes on the truck and fixed a tire that it fucking kind of delaminated. It tore chunks out of it. Happens all the time with the grinder coming out of the grinding cut. So I did that and all that shit. The service truck is working out real well, to be honest with you. The service truck idea is... Really, I bought it for two reasons. I bought it for two reasons. One, you have to decide what's my time worth. And my time, if there's something stupid that I could go out and fix at the, at whatever you call that, on the job site or whatever, and it would let me get home earlier, that was one of the things. What's up, Jason? There's Jason. We played golf yesterday together. So I bought the service truck for that reason and to do the ARM stuff. But, that thing is an investment into my future, is really all that is. As the trucks get older, we're going to have more and more issues. It'd be easier for me to go to them, fix the truck, and keep the wheels rolling. I don't have any of my trucks on alarms on backup switches, driver. That is just not going to fucking happen. Okay? And anybody that does that, they can justify it all they want. But they got shit for fucking brains. I'll tell you that. Brian, he thinks he's special. But guess what? All his junk is broke down right now. So what the fuck? He has no room to talk to me. And he's talking about like, oh, Justin's not showing his QuickBooks. No, I'm never going to show you my QuickBooks. No does any other goddamn corporation in the world. The president won't show his tax returns. Showing your QuickBooks is a fucking idiot. You're fucking stupid. Nobody needs to know how much money you make but three fucking people. You, your accountant, and your goddamn bankers. Other than that, nobody needs to know what your profit margin is and how much money you think you fucking make. Nobody needs to know that shit. Just let you know. Fucking dumb. And you can't go into the computer on the PACCAR or ESOB software and turn the fucking backup beeper on and off. That's, you know, not going to work. Well, Blake, my wife knows, but I'm just saying, all right? Not everybody needs to know, you know? So this guy is over here, you know, flapping at the beak on some shit that he has no fucking clue about what he's fucking saying. Yeah, I know, Mike. Why would somebody want to do that? No, I don't have the part number for the Westland machine. If you just go to their website, they'll come up, the 3-rail swivels. Yeah, I know. This is a baller. Dude, Arm gives me these shirts. They're nice. They're like the shirts that I buy. It's awesome. Yeah, I actually got the windows tinted in the service truck yesterday. It looks really good, dude. There was way too many windows in that thing. And let me tell you, Cincinnati, okay, in July, June and July this year has been like living in a fucking sauna. Okay, there ain't a cloud in the sky. The humidity is jacked way the fuck up, and it's hot as balls. All right? Hot. Hot as fuck. Yeah, Blake, I got all kinds of arm stuff. I got like a jacket they gave me. You know, those guys up there are pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, see, what I hate about the goddamn putting brakes on trucks is with the disc brake stuff, it takes longer to get the wheels off and put the wheels back on than it does to change brake pads. It's fucking ridiculous. No, I didn't get the windshield tinted. I didn't feel comfortable doing that. But I got the windows pretty dark, and the back is like 5%, dude. You can't see in that thing. It's nice. Mike, what are you doing this July 4th weekend? I think tomorrow I might take the day off. And go swimming with my wife and the kids. Yeah, I'm not doing my windshield. I feel like that'd be a safety issue. Because at night, it's fucking dark. I feel like you'd be riding around with your brights on all the time just to see. There you go, Mike. Yeah, I'm going to try to have a good weekend. Yeah, the disc brakes stop a lot better. Also, one thing they don't squeak. But they will, you got disc brakes, boy, you jam on them some bitches, it will fucking stop. Oh, Blake, are you coming down when? When are you coming down to TLG? Stop by the shop. Hang out for a little bit. You want me to go look at the thing for you? Because I'll pick the fucker apart. Big Bank Hank. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Apparently I need a big hat because I got no cattle. I need a big hat because I don't have cattle. This is all fake. All this stuff is green screened in here, bud. It's all fake. I don't own any of this stuff. According to Brian. Good luck killing a jogger, Rudy. Who killed a jogger? No, I'm not getting my windshield tinted new. No, I just got the windows. It's fucking nice. Jim C. Brian is just some idiot on YouTube that owns a couple dump trucks and thinks he's God's gift to trucking. Oh, got a D8 with a hydraulic leak. Well, it holds about 400 gallon, so you should be all right. I'd tell him I'll get her Monday. Just shut her down, driver. You don't need that thing. You don't need that thing. We'll get that hydraulic fixed later. Because there ain't no part stores open, so it's pointless. I would say in Ohio it's probably illegal to tint the windshield. They never said anything about it. I think you could put a strip up there, but that's about it. You know, I wish they would make like a cool drop visor for like a 550 or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Somebody make like a fucking drop visor like you get on a Peterbilt, put a drop visor on it. That would be pretty cool. Like a 10-inch drop that mounts off the, you know, whatever. Joe, what are you trying to say? JST and Brian are both goat ropers. I don't know what the fuck that means, bud. You're going to have to spell that out. You think we're goat ropers? What's up, Renegade? Why didn't I apply for PPP? Just didn't need it. You know, that's why I didn't do it. I mean, it was stupid, but we were trying to do some other stuff, and that deal fell through. And, you know, now that the PPP loans are over, I'm pretty much out of luck. Yeah, a 10-inch drop visor would look pretty badass on that thing. I think you could make some brackets to mount it off like where the cab shields are and or where the cab lights are, and it might look all right. Oh, you're up there in Boston hauling concrete demo? Ugh. I don't like hauling concrete. God, that's rough on the truck, bud. Rough. They just beat the shit out of everything. Yeah, Mike, straighten them out on tint. I got 20% on the front windows and then 5 on the back. It's a lot cooler, though, when you get in the truck. Like this morning, it wasn't as hot in there. Yeah, that concrete will fuck up a tailgate. You better high lift that sumbitch. You know, get that tailgate out of the way. High lift that thing. Brian has an 85 Peterbilt, and then he has, I think, probably a 2020 567 super dump. Thank God for high lift gates. Yeah, I know, dude. High lift gates are fucking amazing. That is one of the coolest things. I think it's better than the barn door, or what people call the barn door. I think it's a lot better than that. Now the barn door, you can't, or with the high lift gate, you can't put slabs in it, but you don't want to haul slab bridge deck concrete anyway. I don't know when I'm getting a 350. Whenever it shows up, bud. Just like anything fucking else. If you think I'm a guy that's got the kind of time to call the dealership and ask them where my fucking truck is, I could really give 2 fucks about it. You know, like, it'll be here when it gets here. Yeah, Mike, I ordered a personal truck just because driving that F550 every day, you can't park it anywhere. It's kind of a pain in the ass. It's a little fucking big. No, he's no competition to me. And he never will be, you know. Yeah, dude, that 550, I'm Ford for life. I'm Super Duty for life. Love them Super Duties. Nope. I already got rid of the Street Beast. That thing has been gone for 2 months. Actually, the dealership just sold it, and they texted me this morning and asked what some of the switches were. They didn't ask me what the switches were when we traded it in. And so some girl bought it. My buddy was there buying some trucks for his business yesterday, and he goes, Justin, we went and played golf, or he's in my golf league, and he said, Justin, he said, some freaking smoking hot chick bought your fucking Street Beast today. Like, she was picking it up. I was like, awesome. That's what he said. I was like, he's like, wow. Yeah, Chris, you're welcome for the Yetis, buddy. Yeah, hard working. Yeah, Chris, hopefully you guys like them Yetis. We got a whole bunch. We actually ordered some more, some different ones. Oh, man, they got it to us. Sweet tits. I don't have any merch, no. I have merch on, I have merchandise that you can buy through Teespring, which Mike's Tool Shed actually bought one. He said the quality is really nice. So, he did say it takes a little bit to get, but yeah, I still got some thongs. I haven't figured out to sell them. I don't know. My wife may sell some Yetis. I don't know what she's going to do yet, but we have those. The delay could have been from the COVID too. You're right. You're right, Mike. I didn't think about that, but at least you got it. Thank you, Mike, for ordering one. That was awesome. I like the Yeti stuff. I don't know why. It's Teespring. It's on the bottom of the goddamn all the videos. You'll see a little merchandise section. It'll say official JST merchandise, and you can get that stuff. Oh, I went to Teespring. Oh. Yeah, well, I know that sell the thongs is face masks. That would be pretty funny. What was I going to say? The Yetis are really, really expensive. Really expensive. I don't think so. Oh, yeah, Bacon, did you buy one? Or Bray? Oh. Yeah, I came back into the air conditioning for lunch. I got one more thing to do. And all that shit, and then we'll be good to go. I'm waiting on a truck to get back. I don't know how long he's going to work today. He said he worked till 4:30 yesterday, so I'll see how long he works today. I don't know. I didn't ask. I said just text me when you're on your way back. What do I use to get the asphalt tar off my wheels? I actually use, depends. If they're dismounted, I have a big, if they're dismounted, I have a big, like, what I would call like a horse feeding trough or horse watering trough. And I pour like 40 gallons of diesel in there. Then you let them soak for 24 to 48 hours. And then that'll get all the tar off. Then you just pressure wash them off and then take them to the polisher. If they're on the truck, what we use is Schaefer's Citrol. I buy it in a 55 gallon drum, and I buy that Citrol in that, and then we put it in a pump sprayer, and then you spray the Citrol on the on the on the wheels, and then pressure wash it off. Also, what you can do is if you have like a little pump sprayer in your, like a little handheld sprayer to, use as release agent. If you're going to go to the truck wash that day, for about 24 hours before when you're going to go to the truck wash, take diesel fuel, spray the wheels down, keep them wet during the day, and the heat of using the brakes and just the natural, the tires getting hot and stuff like that, it'll make it'll pull all the tack off, and then when you go to the truck wash and spray the wheels off, they'll be able to get all that tack off very easy. So there's a couple, that's about the best way to do it. That's the way that I do it. It'll work out real nice. It'll get real cleaned up. Are we? Yeah, we're not working tomorrow. Unless there's an emergency, like a road blows out or something like that. But yeah, we're not working tomorrow. We're controlled by the construction industry. So if the construction industry guys work, we work. If they don't, we don't. Just type in diesel laptops on your in a Google search and find anybody that makes computers. There's a couple different guys out there that will make computers with what I would call engineering grade software, and you could do what you need to do with it. The best CAD engine would be the 3406 series. Oh, I'm only 20 minutes away from TLG Peterbilt. Are they even open today? What do you mean it destroys the rear end of your truck? Do you have the fucking... Which six axle do they got up there, Blake? What salesman are you talking to? Tell him to drive it down to my shop. We'll fucking look at it. They know where I'm at. I don't understand, what do you mean by it's destroying the rear ends? Like, is it hitting the pumpkin or is it hitting the brake chambers? Well, I'm not looking it up, Blake. Jesus Christ, Blake. See what it is. You got a 2020. It's got a row. Oh, okay. I've seen this truck. What transmission does it got in it? Is that an Ultra Shift? Or is that an Allison? Okay, by the serial number, I can tell you it's a 2020. Oh, it's got fog lights in it and the small aluminum bumper. That's pretty nice. It needs sideboards on it if you want to fucking haul asphalt with it. It's got a high lift gate. Let's see how they got the... Blake, let me see how they got the brake chambers set up. Okay, it looks like they got... Do they got 24 5s on this thing? Hold on here. It's got a spot for a vibrator. I'm trying to figure out... Yeah, it's got an Allison transmission. Blake, that's not a bad truck. He's got a pack car in it, but you do get the smart wheel and all that shit. So that's pretty fucking nice. So you got cruise control. It's got the premium plus interior because you got leather seats. Yeah, it was built in 2019, so it's a 2020. That's pretty nice. You just need to have them. You would have to put some sideboards on it to get a tarp on it. And then you'd be all right. Anyway, there we go. We were just looking at Blake's truck. Yeah, nobody has an X15 sitting there. My shop is about 20 minutes away from my house. Is the distance away from my shop. You know, I would say you want to be within a half an hour. Hey, what's up, Justin? You want to be within a half an hour of your shop, I would say. You want to be close, but not too close. You know? Well, Blake, you're going to get paid more for that 6-axle. Like I said, it just needs sideboards on it, and it should be pretty good. I would put, 12-inch sideboards on it. Yeah, have them put boards and a tarp on it. But other than that, the thing looks all right. I think it's got 24 5s on it because it looks like the brake chambers are moved away from the rear tires. That's important. It has... No, it's not Joe's friend, Blake. It has... it looks like it has good overhang on the body. So you won't get... It'll go into a paver pretty nice. Let me kind of look at that again. Yeah, I mean, it's got that stupid lip on there, on the bed, but, like, I know in Cincinnati, they don't like that. They got another one over there. Is that one sold, Blake? Because they have one over there with a tapered back door. Is that one sold? Because it already has the right sideboards and everything on it, and it's got an RS Goodwin body on it. Or is that the quad axle you were looking at? Do you see it over there in the corner? Ask him about that one. I haven't had any road call. Well, I did do one road call this week, but other than that, no, I didn't do anything else. No road calls today. Today, I wouldn't go out on it anyway. I'd tell them, bring that fucking thing back to the shop. We'll fix it. Yeah, you can cut off the lip, but ask him about that other one. Robert, I'll get the M18 1-inch when they come out with a 6-inch anvil. I'll get that. Other than that, no, I don't want that thing. Blake, I would probably get the quad over the 6-axle. I like the bed setup on the quad a lot better. It already has a tarp on it and everything. It's fucking ready to run. You too, Justin. For up there, for the guys that you work for, Blake, 90% of the time you're hauling asphalt in the summer, and you guys do a lot of like commercial style work. That's what I mean by that is parking lots and all that bullshit. The quad axle is going to suit you a lot better. You're just going to be able to get it into tighter spots. Well, there you go. I didn't want an enclosed service body. I would probably go quad axle, Blake. Why didn't I want an enclosed service body? Because how in the fuck are you going to crane tires up into that motherfucker? No, thank you. Use your head, driver. I'm telling you, you'd be a lot more happy with that fucking tapered gate. It'll go in the paver nicer. No, Blake's expanding his business. He might sell one, but I don't think he's, trading in his trucks. You need drivers. Drivers. Yeah, I still like my Dragonfire toolbox. The thing's awesome. Blake, just come down and look at them. I can meet you out there. I mean, they close at 5 o'clock. You better get rolling. Did I get any quad parts back? No. They have not came back from the Cerakoters yet. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on a lot of stuff that's at the Cerakoter so I can start putting this thing back together. I did get stuff to put a new clutch in it and all that stuff. And I'm trying to wait on to see if Arlen can get my motor ready. The cases are showing up this week. So hopefully you can get the cases board, get the engine together, and get a pipe built and get it to me by July 20th. I asked him if he can get it to me by July 20th, I'll give him another $500 on his bill if he can get it done. No, I'm not sold out of my t-shirts. I just went to Teespring because I was tired of carrying all that inventory and boxing it up and shipping it. Not into it anymore. Guys, I got 50 other things to do than fucking worrying about boxing up t-shirts and shit like that. Plus, you'd have to carry $10,000 worth of inventory and it'd take you 4 years to sell them all. So I just stopped doing it myself. Go to Teespring. It's a lot fucking easier. No, I'm using the camera on my cell phone. I usually live stream from my cell phone all the time. And then I watch the comments on my computer. Because on my cell phone, it's too fast. They come and go away. No, my service truck doesn't have heated bends. There you go, Rudy. I'm a dump truck business, not a t-shirt business. You're exactly right. I am not a fucking apparel company. You know? Not one of those, fellas. Not one of those. No, our work is steady, man. We ain't stopping. We are not stopping. It's prime asphalt hauling season, driver. Okay? We ain't, the only thing that shuts us down is the holidays. But we ain't stopping. We're turning the wick up. Probably here after July 4th, it's going to get really fucking crazy. We're going to be paving like a sumbitch. Yeah, we're essential. And then September, October, November, it's going to be real nuts. COVID has not affected me one fucking bit. The only thing that COVID did is now I have to, now it's mandatory that we have to wear masks anywhere. So that means this motherfucker ain't going to anywhere. What do you mean babysitter, Blake? Hey, Yoda. Look, my wife bought me a mask. I don't know what it is. Yeah, Arlen is the king, man, dude. He's a 250R guy. Hopefully he gets my engine done. Oh, mine are all vented, so. Yeah, custom JST mask. No, it's just a blue thing that my wife bought, I don't know how you find bottom dump work, bud. They don't use a lot of them here in Cincinnati. Yeah, Michael Sabo is doing... Michael Sabo's videos, I'm going to tell you right now, are way better than mine if you want to learn about a 250R stuff. I am not going that detailed and fucking getting involved in it. That fucking crazy. I'm just going to kind of show it, going together. Me working on it a little bit. Other than that, like, his channel is the one you want to watch for all the fucking bullshit. And he's a lot better at YouTube than fucking me. I can tell you that right now. He puts effort into it. I ain't got that kind of time. No, he doesn't say, how the fuck are you going today? No, he doesn't say that. Who in the hell's here now? Oh, fuel guy. Fuel guy. Well, if you're thinking about buying a dump truck, put whatever you think you need. Whatever you think you need for your first month's expenses. So that's fuel. If there's any breakdowns. Thank you, Tarp. Yeah, we got tarp repairs to do. If I could go back and start it out, I had 20,000 to get me going, and I would say that was a safe number because it's going to take you 30 to 45 days to get paid. and you got to pay for your fuel and all that shit. So you want to have about 20 grand stacked up. The four-wheeler build is coming along pretty good. We just need some fucking parts from the Cerakoter, and we'll start slapping this thing together. It won't take very long once I get like all the brakes and fucking all the shit put on the everything sub-assembled, and then we'll be fucking good to go. Yeah, if you've been breathing fumes of hauling asphalt, you're pretty much immune to the coronavirus. And you get diesel fuel and all kinds of other fucking nasty shit all over you all day. It'll be awesome. Nope, Livewire's not here. He should be here, though. His truck's a fucking hot mess. We're going to have a come to Jesus meeting come fucking Tuesday afternoon. I can tell you that. These guys are letting their trucks get a little too dirty for my taste. They need to clean them. You know, I'm a little pissed. Shit's getting a little dirty. We're going to have a come to Jesus. Hey, Dominique, how you doing? Are you on the plane to go to Arizona? To go swimming for the weekend? Yep, no more backup alarm problems. I fixed that. You know, I already knew about the zip tie trick. I did that already. All later today. How many days you going on vacation for? You just going down for the weekend? That's fucking a fucked up flight. If you're gonna go down for fucking just 3 days or 2 days. You're going 8 days? Holy shit. You're just burning up your vacation time, ain't you? Burning that shit up. Yep. Well, Robert, you know, what do we need to do to liven this up so you're not bored? You know? What do we need to do there, driver? You know, what would be exciting for you? Oh, okay. You guys don't get a week's paid vacation? I give my guys a week's paid vacation. I run maximum 927 castor oil. Is what I run in mine. I like castor oil. I like that maximum 927. Plus it smells awesome. And I run race gas. I run MRX02. Some good. It's some that's some real nasty shit. Like right now I got 15 gallons sitting out in the shop and it smells horrible. Horrible. This shit is nasty. I mean, it almost gets you high. You're like, whoa, motherfuck. That's what I use. I like the castor oil. I think it smells better. Yeah, hookers and blow will liven things up. Oh, okay. Yeah, they do pay you a lot. That's true. Yeah, dude, you should smell. Get some MRX02, Tarek. Dude, this shit is some violent shit. It's oxygenated fuel, so it's fucking real nasty stuff. You can't leave it in the carburetor. And or it will gum your shit up quick. It like leaves this. It'll fucking start eating the fucking carburetor up. Yes, my fuel supplier brings me DEF. They bring it to me every 10 days. Yeah, I'm not allowed to have any dancing girls or hookers at the shop. Brittany would kill me. You know, you want to talk about getting in trouble, Bob. Pooh, buddy. And I'm just really, like, I like all the stuff that I own right now, and I'm really not looking forward to parting with half of it. All right? You use elf oil? I've never used any of that. Put that shit in your name, Mike. I got you. All right. No, I buy it from a guy down the street. He has a motorcycle shop, and I buy it from him. I usually buy 15 gallons at a clip. I am happy with my X15s. They're really great. Yes, they will. If you run out of DEF fluid, they will go into limp mode. Yep. Yes, they will. It'll be like, bleh, 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 bleh. It'll get all fucked up. It'll flash at you and tell you that, hey, bud, you got about 10 minutes before I go into limp mode, so you better get some DEF. Yours goes into limp mode just under a quarter of a tank. Wow. Working on getting a workbench for the apartment. I have videos I want to do. There you go. There you go, Mike. You need to come out of retirement. I haven't had a good Mike's Tool Shed fucking video in a while. Yeah, Mike's living that apartment life, driver. Mike, put it in your living room. Mike, you should just, you know, just do Mike, just do fucking just do like live from couch. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike's Tool Shed from your couch. You know, or your kitchen table. It'll be just fine. Call it your new workbench. Or you could do it from your bedroom and your bed. You know, just put it out there and, you know, put it out there and do whatever. Yeah, do MD Lee style. Yeah, just be like, I'm over here on the workbench. Show your bed. Show your bed where you've been doing work. Yeah, we're not deleting anything. And if anybody tells you to delete a truck, they're fucking stupid. I order La Rosa's traditional extra large pizza with pepperoni and spicy sausage. It's the shit. And extra cheese. And you're good. Yep, we were up in Fairborn. Yep. I haven't bought any tools from Napa lately. Nope. I actually haven't been buying very many tools. Yeah, to not deleting my trucks. Yeah, I know. Yeah, MD Lee doing work. That's what he used to call his bed. It was called the workbench. Me live from the workbench, which I thought was funny. But, you know, that's neither here and there. Yeah, I've had that problem. Or if your PCM goes bad in your Peterbilts, it will get it'll throw all kinds of fucked up codes. It'll die. You know, it won't start. It'll do all kinds of fucked up shit. From Victorville, California. I feel like I've driven through Victorville. That sounds familiar. That sounds real familiar. Story. Where's Victorville at? What city is that near? I've heard that name. No. 30 minutes south of Barstow. Okay. Yep. I've been through there. Have I been through Texas? Yeah. I've been across Texas across 10. Okay? Across 10. Okay, that's the longest fucking... To get through Texas on 10, that's a fucking day and a half. Okay, it's like fucking 1,600 miles. It's fucking bullshit. Fuck that. Oh, you drove from Florida to California on 10? Yeah, I know. Half the trip is fucking through Texas. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, you're like, oh, goddamn, El Paso. And then it says Houston. Go fuck yourself. You're like, what? Yeah, 18-hour run. Dude, it's ridiculous. It's a day and a fucking half. You know, you're in Texas. Like, you go to sleep and you're like, what's up? You know, and then you wake up and you're still in Texas. What's the best? What? The best was to build. The best way to build business credit? No, we don't haul much outside of Ohio. In the winter, we do. I've been to Sonoma. Mike, I'm telling you, you've drove across 10, dude. It's fucking ludicrous. It's fucking sucks. The best way to build business credit really is to start out small. Okay, so like I've said before, get you with Napa, get you a parts account. Like Truck Pro, get you a parts account. Whatever tire company you want to go with, get you a parts account through there. Get you a fuel card. And then, get you a business credit card, okay? And put all your fuel and kind of all that stuff. What you want to do is try to get... How you build business credit pretty quick is... So, instead of writing like 50 checks a month for a bunch of shit, try to put everything on like a credit card, okay? And... you want to run the balance up to if your expenses are $10,000 that month, you want to run the balance up to $10,000, and the day that you get the invoice, you write a check or pay it directly online for that $10,000. Then next month, run it and keep doing that for about 6 to 9 months, and then you'll slowly build business credit. Now, when you want to go to buy dump trucks or bigger trucks and start doing like what they call commercial loans, okay, you're going to need to show those small, what they call trade reference loans or trade reference creditors. And then you want to have a good rapport with all them that say, yes, he's an excellent payer and all this shit. And then for the banks to start fucking with you, your first couple trucks, you're going to have to throw some serious money down. You know, some places will come back and say, I need 30,000 from you, you know, and you better be able to write the check for 30,000, or we're going to need 10 to 15 from you. And you're going to have to do that. You know, you're going to have, you know, you got to have some. So when you first start financing trucks, you're going to have to put skin in the game. That's just, there's nobody that's going to give you no money down. Okay. They're going to at least want you to put fucking some money down. Now, it might be, depending on your credit, that's how much they're going to ask you to put down. If you have very little credit history, the more you got to put down. The better credit history you have, the less you have to put down. Okay? And you better have a credit score over 680, or no commercial truck loan place is going to fuck with you. If you do have it under 680, okay, you're going to pay double the interest rate to get the same truck. Kind of period. And if your credit score is under 680, you're going to be like, oh, fuck all, because they're going to charge you 13 to, I've seen as high as 17% interest and on dump truck loans. And they're going to ask for, those companies are going to charge you that much interest and ask for almost 50% down before they'll fuck with you. And also show good revenue coming in and profit. Okay, because how banks look at your fucking, how they look at it is, it's called a debt. It's called a debt. I forget the correct terms, but it's like a debt service ratio. Okay. And your debt service ratio, okay, can be a little bit high and they're going to be okay. But what they're going to look at is they're going to look up how much profit you've had that year. So let's say you made $250,000, okay, in gross sales, you know, with 2 dump trucks, okay? And at the end of the year, you showed $5,000 in profit and $120,000 in depreciating assets, and you showed, you know, you paid some interest, you know, your interest on your loans and stuff like that. So what the banks look at is, it's called, what they're going to do is they're going to add up a couple numbers. They're going to add up your total profit, your, they're going to add your depreciation back in there. So if you did that, you have $130,000 of what they call debt to service ratio. So what that means is that if they loan you this money on this truck, you could pay it if you never worked it, okay? So let's say the payment's $3,500 a month. What they do is they times that $3,500 a month to your, okay, times 12, and then they put that against your, what your total profit was for the year before, okay? And so $3,500 times 12, let's just say that that's $45,000, okay? So that means that next year, okay, you're going to have some more depreciating assets, and you can afford a payment of, you know, you can afford payments to, you know, whatever that $125,000 number is. And then that's how they decide to loan you trucks, okay? Now, when you get over 10 trucks, okay, they consider that a fleet. Okay, and they look at the numbers differently. When you're a fleet buyer, it becomes a whole lot easier after you have 10 trucks. They don't look at your numbers as closely as probably they should. It's a little bit different. You get put in as a fleet status, and that goes to a different credit advisor and all that stuff. There's kind of, there's some tricks to it, but that's how they figure out what you can afford and what you can't afford. So I hope that kind of, understands. And nowadays banks are real, they're taking that, they're really being more tight on who they lend money to. Okay, it's becoming more difficult. All right, heavy machinery, see you later. And let me tell you, these banks, they won't take a risk on you if they don't think you could pay, even if you have a great credit score and all this other stuff. If they think it's a little risky, they'll tell you no. And no, they won't even tell you. They'll just say no. No money down. No money is, no amount of money you bring us will let us say yes. And then you just have to move on. Oh yeah, golf was good yesterday. I think I shot 86 on this like country club course, and I never hit a fucking fairway. I was behind trees all fucking day. I had to shape shatus and fucking do all kinds of bullshit to fucking shoot that. Luckily this year my wedge game and my putter has been on fire. I can bomb it from anywhere. But dude, it was all day, dude, all day. I hate country clubs because most of them have trees lined up each fucking fairway, so they make you hit it in the center of the fucking fairway. It's fucking bullshit. Okay, and then you got to play like a fucking knockdown 4-iron fucking hooded cut to get it, close to the fucking green, or you gotta fucking try to fucking hit a high 9-iron up over some trees and then fucking cut it or draw it 30 yards. I was just like, wow, I worked for it yesterday. But I was pretty happy with the 86, Yeah, Michael Jones, like I told you, I'm pretty much, Ford offered me a $250,000 line of business credit right from as soon as I signed up. You want this? I was like, new driver. I just need 2 Ford vehicles, okay? I need this Ford Explorer and this F-350. I don't need this fucking $250,000 business line of credit through Ford Motor Credit. No, thank you. I don't need it. I really appreciate the offer, but I'm going to have to turn you down. It's not what I'm asking for. I mean, didn't hit a fairway yesterday. Now, I'm not getting a Ford Focus as a company car, no. You should show a bank perfect paperwork on income. They still be like, yeah, fuck off. Yeah, no, they're the banks have got tougher, It's hard. I'm not going to say it's easy. Yeah, lately, I don't know what it is. My driver has been like shit. I cannot get off the tee. It's either I fucking slice it 50 yards, I pop it up, or I hit it good and then it's like a low, I can't figure it out. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Yeah, they call it like debt to service ratio. Yeah, pay cash. Dude, first of all, you are absolutely, John, listen, I'm a firm believer in building your credit, okay? Paying cash for a truck is, it might be okay if you had that type of cash, pay cash for one. But if you're trying to buy multiple ones, you don't want to take all your cash out of the business and then you got nothing left. All right. You know, I've rapidly expanded. I'm doing things a little bit different. I'm very aggressive. When I see a niche, I fucking, I'm going to take these people's spots. And by doing that, I have a lot of risk out there. I'm not lying about that. I'm not going to say that is it hard to sleep tonight knowing you need 60 grand a month to fucking break even. Not really. Yes, it is. But, I believe in myself more than probably anybody in the world. I can get anything, I can do anything. There is, I don't take no for an answer. So, I'm pretty good at knowing when to buy trucks. Now, for 2021, I don't think I'm looking to expand anymore. I'm not looking to expand. There you are, Think Trucking. The purpose of paying cash is if you're rapidly turning over vehicles. You're exactly right. Listen, I saw Brian's video, Drew. Brian, okay, is a homeschooled little soft boy, okay? He cannot take any criticism, okay? What you need to do is ask Brian why on the Seattle Dump Truck Drivers Facebook group, he is the laughing stock of the dump truck industry in fucking Seattle. And if Brian was so smart and knew exactly what he's doing, his trucks would work 6 days a week and 6 nights. Okay? Ask Brian that. When your trucks can get to work 6 days and 6 nights, and you're not hauling all the shit that nobody else wants to fucking haul, okay? Let's look at it. All right? You work 4 days a week. Okay, bro? You're not reaching your potential. There is a reason fucking why. Okay? And it's not because, you don't have the right shit. It's because of your personality. But you call up these people and you try to throw your weight around like you're somebody. That's not how it works. You get a fucking, you keep your mouth shut. Okay? And you drive the fucking truck. Stay in the truck, shut your mouth, and drive. Okay? Brian's like a little boy. He can't take any fucking criticism. And if you tell him, dude, that's not the right fucking thing to do, fucking dumb. Brian, think. This is not your party, dude. There's rules. Okay? You have to abide by the rules. I didn't make the rules. It's our job as business owners to figure out how to make money in these rules. A whole bunch of crybabies. He is. Go join the fucking Facebook groups over there, boy. They make fun of him all the time. Yes, Drew. All right. I try to put good information out there. Now, he wants to talk about, I hired a driver without a CDL. The guy had his temps, okay, and I just didn't throw him in a truck. I rode with him for 3 fucking weeks. Okay, he was just as good as me because I trained him. All right, we put him on night shift till he got his CDL. He got his CDL as soon as he went and took the test. It was like 3-4 weeks. I trained the kid. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he wants to talk about that my equipment might be unsafe. Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, I have the best fucking maintenance in the world. I work on this shit all the time. If there is a fucking something broke, it's fixed. And it's not fixed half-assly, okay? I don't fucking worry about what it costs to fix. If one kingpin on my axle is fixed, both kingpins fucking get fixed at the same fucking time. Not just the one that's broken. I fix both of them, okay? If the lift axle is fucked up, guess what? Fucking we're starting over with a new one if that's what it takes. We ain't fucking with it. These trucks are made to run every fucking day. If your truck is broke, okay, you have to start over from scratch. You have to fix it to where it's 100 fucking % put back together correctly. Not just fix the fucking thing that's broken. If you're taking it somewhere and they tell you, hey, this is broken too, fix that too. All at the same fucking time. That way, you know what I'm saying? You know that, hey, at least for a fucking couple months, fucking this shit is fixed. You know? Yeah. Work fucking 4 days. You don't get work on Fridays, Saturdays? The fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? The fuck are you talking about? You can't even work 6 days a week. Oh, I ain't got work for the truck this day. You know, now my driver's over here. You know? And you're telling me that I'm fucking stupid and gonna go out of business? I'm not the one, you know what I'm saying, worry about work, okay? This thing rings all fucking day for people. Justin, we need trucks. Okay, how many you need? All right. We'll see what we can do. I can't make any promises. I'll let you know at 3 o'clock. You know? All right? Let you know at 3 o'clock. You know? Dumb. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, I don't have $6 million worth of trucks sitting outside. Probably 3. But, you know, my shit is maintenance perfect. Perfect. You know? I fix everything. You know, the drivers bend the bumper. I put a brand new bumper back on it. I don't let my shit get beat up. You know? If it needs tires, it gets tires. Like I said, I got them stacked up over there like cordwood. I probably got $50,000 worth of tires sitting over there. Ready to go, ready to bolt on any goddamn truck out here. Ready to go. You know, because if we have a problem, I fix it. Yeah, Brian had a little meltdown because he can't, like I said, he was a homeschooled, I think he was a homeschooled kid. He lives in this small little bubble, okay? And if he was so successful, he wouldn't be eating ramen noodles and pastaroni every night with little 99-cent hot dogs cut up in it. Okay? But, you know what I'm saying? You would tell your wife, hey, here's $200. Go out and get your hair done. Go get you a nice purse. Go get a fucking massage. You know, dealing with these fucking goddamn kids all day. Go treat yourself to something. That's how you know what I'm saying? That's how you treat your wife. We all know. Yeah, no, the dude's, you know, I mean, I didn't even say his name in the video. I just said this dude is out here promoting. Every information he's ever given has been highly, highly wrong. Like, that's not how you go about doing this shit. Tarek, you're exactly fucking right. Listen, I had one of my companies say, listen, I was in the, kind of a couple weeks ago, we were having some issues with some trucks. Like, one of the trucks was starting to get, like, it was having some electrical problems, and it needed a wiring harness for the transmission. And they called me looking for trucks, and I said, dude, I ain't got them. I said, I got two broken right now. One is an Eaton Fuller clutch problem because it won't self-adjust the clutch. I said, dude, that's going to take a week to fix. I said, the other one, I'm waiting on this goddamn wiring harness. I fucking overnighted it. Whenever they can get it put in tomorrow, it will get to you. And he's like, God damn, dude. Justin, this is not the answer I was looking for from you. And I said, listen, dude. I said, for 3 years, we haven't had any breakdowns. I said, it's starting to, this stuff is starting to catch up with me. I was like, dude, I'm running the piss out of this shit. We're going to have little fucking issues. I'm getting it fixed. Like, if we got to rewire this whole fucking truck, we're rewiring this whole fucking truck. And he said, listen, I understand. He goes, I'm just giving you a hard time. He goes, you are 99% of the time, your shit is very fucking reliable. And, like he said, guys get their tarps dumped on, they're missing for 3 days. He said, your tarp gets dumped on at 2 o'clock in the morning, and at 7 o'clock, it's on the job, ready to fucking go with the goddamn tarp on it. You know what I'm saying? It's, that shows them a lot that I am real fucking serious about this, and they can rely on me. It's not a game. It's not a fucking game here. No more air cans fell off. I fixed all Peterbilt's problems on that. I put, actually what they should have put on there was lock nuts. Okay? I fixed that problem. They did pay for that, though. They let me do my own warranty work on that. I was shocked. The Peterbilt guy came here and was like, well, dude, it looks like you know what the hell you're doing. I'll get you all the parts, and we'll pay you for your warranty time. They paid me shop time, $150 an hour, 8 hours to fucking change 8 brake spiders. You're exactly right. You know what I'm saying? Think Trucking. We have to keep this stuff. This is it. There is so many spots to go around per day in the dump truck business. Okay? There's only so many spots. You can only pick and choose how many times you say, no, I can't do it. Only a couple times before you start falling down the list, driver. I get first choice of how many trucks I work at, every company I work at, every day, okay? They'll text me about 2 hours before dispatch goes out. Justin, how many trucks you want tomorrow? I tell them a number. That number gets dispatched to me. One company, he calls me Friday afternoon. Justin, next week, how many trucks? I say the same. All week they work. That means Monday through Saturday, every day. Another company, they call me again on Friday morning. Justin, this is what we're doing next week. How many can you have me? This number. You get that number all week. If you don't need that number on Tuesday and Wednesdays, you got to call, they call me. I move them somewhere else. Happens all the time. Have I made up with Clay? No, that guy's another fucking idiot. Am I going to get a truck lift for the shop? No. The one problem I have with the truck lift in the shop, how my shop is set up, I can't raise the truck high enough to where I could justify spending 80 grand on a lift. Okay? I can't figure that out. I knew that. The newer stuff, you're going to have electrical wiring harness issues, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now, because every one of these manufacturers, I call them the zip tie Nazis, okay? And I know that may sound crazy, and I'm probably going to get demonetized for that, but, dude, they zip tie everything so tight together. When the truck starts flexing, the zip ties start rubbing into the wires, and then they touch each other, and then it's just a whole fucking disaster. Okay, of like fucking shit. Or the person soldering the connections got the wires too hot and it's just vibrating and it the heat and it's a fucking pain in the ass, man. But I understand, that they're zip tying all this stuff up so it's easier for them to assemble it. I kind of get both points, but god damn. You know, when you go to get into a wiring harness, you got to cut 150 zip ties off to even get to be like, where in the fuck is this? You know, it takes forever. No, I do not subcontract to anybody. I am direct through all the companies. I don't use a broker service. No. You may consider it like brokered, but it's not really brokered. I am basically a supplier of trucks, but I work directly. It's not a third party system. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get paid directly from the company. Nobody else is taking percentage out of my check. Okay? If you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, I know. I got a whole bunch of stuff to insulate wires, but it's just like, it's the nature of the business. There's nothing you could do. Yeah, no need to broker through this stage, you know. And I'm direct hire everywhere. I actually will not work for any brokers, you know. At the salt yard, I'm direct hire through them. I don't do any type of brokering where people skim money off the top of what we're already getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. I'm direct hire with the company or we just don't work. You know, sorry. You know. There's probably no chance of me getting a Kenworth. My wife had this made for me from somewhere. I don't know where in the hell it is. Yeah. I'm a Peterbilt guy. No, they don't give us a bonus if we get the job done faster. Dave, you're probably right. Brian is probably stressed out that his trucks are down and all that stuff, and it's going to be a week or two before they're ever going to be back. And he's probably running out of money. I mean, it's hard to pay a driver, wait 30 days. You know, I mean, the guy's put $60,000 down on that fucking truck. So that's a huge fucking income. You know, it's just, you know, fuck, he's got, I'm sure it's stressing him out. But he also shouldn't do dumb shit, okay? You just shouldn't do dumb shit. He's putting dumb information out there. Just dumb. And somebody's going to follow it, and it's going to hurt them. You know? Or somebody's going to be like, well, this guy did it, so it's got to be okay. No, it's not okay. You know, you got to think about the bigger picture. It's not just about all you want to do. You know? Dumb. Yeah, he cannot handle stress. No. Cooper, why did I go with the Ford over the Ram? Okay, when I talked to about buying a service truck, the guy said, what? He said, it doesn't matter what you buy, Ford or Dodge. They're both going to be about the same. He said it's really about who you can get to service your equipment. What dealership is closest to you and has the best reputation? I have a friend that is a owner in a Ford dealership. Okay, he owns a Ford dealership. I've known him for pretty much my whole life. We went to high school together. We went to grade school together. I've known this guy his whole life. He owns a Ford dealership. Okay, that means I know a lot of people that work there. So if my truck is broken, I'm going to go right to the front of the line on getting my shit fixed. Okay, because I'll just call him and say, hey, dude, your service department's a bunch of flunkies. Get my shit fixed, okay? And they will get my shit fixed. That's the reason I went with a Ford over a Dodge. I wanted to try that Ford 10-speed transmission. I thought it would get a little bit better fuel mileage than it does, but you know, I love the Ford interior. I know it's a little bit dated. I think that the 2022 Ford F350s and 250s are going to be great. It looks like the 2021 Ford F150 looks awesome on the inside. They're starting to get catch up with their Ford technology and stuff like that. But that was the reason that I went with a Ford. Plain and simple. You know, Tarek, I thought the same thing. I thought the Dodge was great with. Also, I'm not a big fan of the Dodge transmission, the Ison transmission. I'm just not. I think if Dodge would put like an Allison or that Ford Chevy 10-speed behind the Ram, it would be a lot better truck. But their interior is just kind of shitty. It just looks cheap and garbagey, and I'm just not into it. That's the reason that I went with the Ford over that. Like when I sit in my Ford, I love it. The only thing I don't really like about the Ford, I wish they would mount their seats down just a little bit lower. I feel like with the seat all the way down, I still sit a little too high for my liking. I like to drive a vehicle with my butt more than anything else. And with the Ford, I feel a little bit the seat's not sitting low enough for me. I would like it to be a little bit lower where I kind of drive the vehicle with my butt, if you will. I don't know if you guys feel like you drive I feel like I drive better with my butt. That's how I feel the vehicle. Like if it's gonna, get out of control, or, I feel it in my butt first more than I do, seeing it. Yeah, Peterbilt style. Yeah, that's why I like a low seat in a dump truck. I feel like it's not as bouncy, and I can really feel what the truck is doing. Like, I can almost tell like if you got a low tire or if it's got a weird little shimmy in it, you can feel all that. Or if it's going to break loose, Chevy does have the lowest seats. You're right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the Ford sits a little higher. You feel like you were taking a pound down? That's fucking funny. That's fucking funny. Yeah, I know. I'm lucky I keep that Ford loaded. It's nice, loaded. Yeah, it just needs to be a lower seat. That's the only complaint I have with my Ford. Only complaint. Other than that, I like how there's a lot more room in the cab than the Chevys. I feel like Ford does a really good job. Everybody's had broken stuff with every truck. I don't care what you got. There's not one of them that's 100% bulletproof liable, So it really don't matter to me, No, the holiday is tomorrow. We only have a couple trucks out today. We are doing this dirt job for one of the contractors I do, and they're trying to get some dirt moved while it's warm and dry. Other than that, any road work, we couldn't work today because the state considers it a highway, whatever. Yeah, Garth, it doesn't matter if you're a Dodge guy, Chevy guy, Ford guy, Toyota guy. You're going to fuck with them. There's going to be something wrong or something not right. The same thing goes with big trucks, okay? They all got issues, okay? They all got issues, and you just got to figure out what the issues are and fix it, Like, I don't even call ARM with all the shit when the trucks come here and stuff As long as it's generally the way that I want it. If there's a wiring harness issue, I fix all that. You know, if one light don't work, I don't call them and complain. I fix it. You know, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they forgot to plug in this plug. I fix it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even call and bitch. I just fix it. It's easier to fix it than it is to go do anything else. All right, Michael Jones. Hopefully, let's take a look at it. Yeah, no, the banks are open today. I was totally shocked that most of the banks are open today. I'm like, what the fuck? You guys should be off. No, they're like, no, we're open. I'm like, what? Well, you ain't going to do anything. So I don't even know why you're working. Let's see. Nope, he's still not signed out yet. Son of a bitch. We have the city halls that are still closed. Yeah, banks are open. Which is good because I have a direct deposit coming into my account that needs to be in there tonight. What's up, Jay James? Dude, I work on every holiday, okay? So to me, holidays are just another day, bud. You know? Yeah, Tarek, I'm gonna get the 1-inch impact when they come out with the 6-inch anvil. When they come out with the one with the 6-inch anvil, I'll get that one. I'll buy that one. See, what sucks about dump trucking is you get paid the same whether it's Monday or Sunday, or weekends or holidays. It all pays the fucking same. You know? That's what kind of sucks about the trucking business. The rate's the same on Monday morning as it is on Sunday morning, which is kind of shitty, but that's it. You know? It's kind of like, ugh. Holidays do cost money. You know? That is true. You know, like my driver's like, dude, why don't we get more for Sunday? I'm like, well, really you are. You know, you're just getting another day to add to your weekend total. Or your week total. Yeah, to me, a holiday is just another day printed on the calendar. You're exactly right. There's no difference. How many tires have we used this summer? Actually, we've been really good on tires. Really good. We've used 2 front steer tires because I changed those in a pair. One got a nail in it and started having a slow leak. So we fixed that. So I just put another one on and then I'll have a spare for something else. What happened? We've kind of chunked some tires. Like we chunked one really bad the other day. So I had to fix that this morning. But other than that, we've been really, really good on tires. Really good. I'm impressed. We haven't got as many nails in the truck tires this year as we did last year. I don't really know how in the hell that happened, but we're doing a lot better. You know, I figured it's, you know, you got to figure out a couple tires a year, you know. But other than that, it's just been changing some because, you know, they get mileage on them. You know, about 60 to 70,000 miles is all you get out of tires, out of steer tires. In my business, that's really all we get because the truck's so long. That's all you're going to get. And you weigh so much and all this shit, and you're always fucking jackknifing it into goddamn everywhere. No, the steer tires are only good for one time, and you just throw them away. Yep, I'm using Goodyear steer tires. Yep, I use the DuraSeal technology. I'm really happy with that. you know. And I'm also running Goodyear drive tires. I run a 282 cut resistant compound. Really like those. Really like those. Them are good tires. When I buy them from the factory, I get Michelin. I get Michelins. Yeah, the Duraseal stuff is like $100 more, but they're, you know, I think I'm paying. I bought these on a deal for like $5.25. You hate tack? It gets all over. Yeah, I know that tack gets fucking everywhere. That shit. That's just part of doing asphalting. It's just part of it, man. You can't. You know, I got some guys that are pretty good. They won't get tack on it, but you know, fucking, it's not bad. Yeah, Michelins are really reliable. They rarely fall apart. No, my lift axles do not have disc brakes. Because I run the smaller lift axles. They do make some with disc brakes, but no, I don't run those. I don't run them because it's a weight issue for me. I run the 8,000 pound Hendrickson lift axles, 8 or 10,000. The 282 it's a modified open shoulder. It's called a hybrid. So it has a tie bar together that keeps the shoulder from just completely chunking out. No, you cannot cap skier tires for lift axles. No. I don't have anything with that big of on it. Yes. Yep. I have never tried the B. I used to run the BF Goodwrench DR44s. I ran those before, but I switched to Goodyear or Michelin's. Yes, all my dump trucks have 22-inch front tires on them and 24.5 drives. 24.5 drives carry a little bit more weight. You won't crack rims as bad. Um, that's what drive tires I run. Also, you can get a 16-ply drive tire, which I highly recommend in the dump truck business. What you don't want to do is buy a bunch of cheap Chinese tires. You know, I've done that once, learned my lesson on that. Yeah, I don't get casing price. They just basically throw them away for me for free. That's all I care about. You know, that's really all I give a shit about. Uh, yeah, I run 4 1/4 floats on my fronts, yes. 20 ply. I don't use anything for casing value. I probably will on some next tires. Oh, god damn it. I don't know if I would run them super singles on a dump truck. Um, I just don't. I don't know. I don't want to run semi trucks. I'm not in the gravel hauling business. Don't want to be in the gravel hauling business. Not running in dumps. Ain't gonna happen. I do not like bananas. No, I don't eat any fruit there, goofball. Oh, that's a bot. Look at this. Do you like watermelons? We're going to have to block this guy. Gotcha, motherfucker. I got him. Oh, what an idiot. Greg. What's going on, Power Sport Tech? Yeah, I've been doing good. Do I have any plans for the 4th? No. Nope, we're not going wheeling this weekend. Flow Boys would be something I would get. You know, yeah, probably friends with Chapman. You're right. I don't know what the release agent is. Whatever they have at the goddamn plant, that's what we've been using. I don't know what the shit is. Them Flow Boys are pretty nice. Well, I would take the 250R for a ride, but still in a million pieces. You know, I do have all the bolts and everything ready here to put it together. I'm just waiting for all the stuff to get back. Just waiting for all the stuff to get back. Wicked good. That's what you spray in your stuff. It works pretty well. How long have I've not been? I used to have a 400EX when I was like right out of high school. I had it for probably 4 years. And then I sold that. But I just recently bought this 250R and it's going to take on its own entity. You know. Yeah, I had to take the sprayers off the truck. There's a whole nother story with that I don't want to get into. You know, I got in a little bit of trouble with some contractors over that fucking deal. So I had to eat a little crow and fucking apologize and all that stuff. But we got it figured out. Yeah, so we had to take them off. The state got a little hot. I actually got a personal email from the Department of Transportation over that little fucking incident. So that was kind of shitty, but I figured, well, you know, at least somebody's watching. You know, so we had to negotiate some terms, and I had to write a letter of fucking apology. You know, it was. No, nobody snitched on me. Apparently, a lot of DOT people follow my channel. Apparently, one of the 40,000 subscribers is works for the state as, like, you know, an asphalt guy or something like that. So I guess he turned it into his boss, and you know, it was a whole shit show. You know, it was a whole shit show. I didn't think it would become as big a deal as it was, but yeah, no, I had to write a letter. Actually, Brittany had to write a letter. You know, explaining, you know, kind of why I did what I did. You know, what was the idea behind it? And I said, well, listen, you know, I said, fucking, you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So, really, what I said is, well, you know, it was a $3,000. It was really a $3,000 mistake, but you know, it does work great. I will tell you that. Like, the time that we had them on there, everybody enjoyed it. I can tell you that. And we didn't have, you know, 25 ton of Yeah, Brittany wrote it to cut down on the fucks. Yes. We didn't have 30 tons of fucking asphalt every night that I had to clean out of the fucking bin. So that was nice. But, now we're back to cleaning the bin out every fucking week. Yo, what's up, Kong? Yeah, Brittany has to write a lot of stuff around here. Like I said before, I'm probably the smartest illiterate man you'll ever meet. I'm just not. If you want the written word, I'm not your fucking guy. If you want a paragraph, you're barking up the wrong tree, really. Really, also, if you want me to use a fucking ink pen, that's really not going to work either. I'm not into that. Yeah, I've misspelled a lot of video titles. Yeah. People used to make fun of me for it. I'm kind of, I would say that I'm not a baby. I have big shoulders. I know my faults and weaknesses. And spelling is not one of them. Oh, dude, when you haul both ways, it's fucking brutal. Yeah, I just run Peterbilt's, yeah. Last guy who got shot is who snitched. No, I don't know. I mean, it was some guy that works for the DOT. It's all right. I made a mistake. I didn't think it would get that out of control, but it got out of control real quick. The Monday morning after I released that video, it was a shit show here. I got called and fucking, oh, god damn, I got motherfucked by everybody. They're like, dude, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, well, dude, people asked me how to make diesel sprayers for their trucks, so I showed them. I didn't think it was that big a deal. He's like, they were like, oh, it's a big fucking deal, Justin. I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. So I just asked nicely, am I fired? And they're like, well, no, but there's going to be some negotiations. I was like, all right, get to me when we have the negotiation part. But, it is what it is. Well, now, Mike, like me and some of the guys went to the strip club wearing work shirts. The bartender was the friend of my company owner's daughter. Did you get in trouble? Oh, you went at lunch. Ah. Well, what the hell was she doing there? Right? She's a bartender at a strip club. Okay? That's not a pillar of the community. All right? I just said, dude, we get an hour for lunch, man. Put some tape over the letter next time. Mike, just put some electrical tape or duct tape over the logo and go in there and have a great time. Make it rain in that bitch. Was the food good? Was the food good? Is it a full nude strip club or is it like food sucked? But it was better than the talent. Oh, dude, I don't think the lunch shift at most strip clubs is going to be the A talent, bud. All right, usually the A talent don't show up till about 9 o'clock at night, in my experience. Wednesday at 1 is not the A squad. Yeah, I know. Now, Friday and Saturday night at 9, strip club. Yeah, Mike, what'd you get? A fish sandwich? Did you get a fish sandwich? What'd you have to eat? Did you get the onion rings? Maybe a little salmon? Oh, you got the chicken tenders that come with fries and some dipping sauce. I do not have a dirt track car. No. Tuna bites. Yeah. You should have got the fish sticks, Mike. You know, maybe a little hamburger or the roast beef sandwich. Roast beef with horseradish. Now, let me ask you, Mike, did you guys have a couple beers? Did you have a couple beers? That's probably what got you in trouble. Yeah, there's Lawrenceburg Speedway, which is about 7 miles from me. Yeah. See, that's what got you in trouble, was ordering the beers. You should have had Coke. Mike, I know it was you that had two. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. All right? Just say that you were... Just say that, it was a noon or a sooner Friday lunch. What do you want me to do? Well, one of the dudes had 2 beers, 2 shots, and a lap dance. Mike, I love you. That is a hell of a lunch break, though. Yeah, Nick still works for me. It's a hell of a lunch break, Mike. That's awesome. Yeah, there you go. Paving next week. It's going to be awesome. You won't need no bed religion next week because it's going to be 100 degrees. That asphalt will come out of there like, be like sand falling out of the back of that thing. Oh, if I saw one of my trucks at the strip club parking lot on the way back, I wouldn't say nothing. I would wait till they get back and ask them if they had a good time. I don't really say too much about what they do after they got signed out. Unless the truck's broken, like I had to fix it and I was sitting here waiting, then I'd be pissed. Or if somebody had to go to night shift, then I'd be fucking really pissed. But if it was like, they went there afterwards, I mean, if they were drinking, I would be extremely pissed. But if they went in there to get something to eat, nah, I'm not going to say much. I'd probably be mad that they didn't call me. I'd be like, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? There you go. Blake, drop some JST name bombs, bud. Get the deals. Get the deals done. Blake, if they won't work with you, I'll call Brad from TLG Peterbilt. I'll get it done. Brad runs the Kentucky store, and that's who I buy my trucks from. He'll take care of you. If they make a beer run and don't drink it and bring it back to the shop and put it in their own car and go home, I can't say nothing about that. As long as you're not drinking and driving in my vehicle, it don't matter. I know some people, like, some of the guys will go to the grocery store. Like, I know a couple of my drivers go to they may go into, like a carry out or get something, maybe Kroger's while they're waiting and do some of their, grocery shopping, which I don't say too much about that because, listen, they're driving the truck 60 or 70 hours a week. They don't have a lot of time to do other stuff. Sometimes you got to pick your battles. And that's not a battle. That's not a hill I'm ready to die on. If you get what I'm saying. Do you guys understand that? You put it on hold. We'll see how it goes. There you go, Blake. Did you put the quad on hold? That's the one I would have bought. No, my vehicles have never been involved in any accidents, no. The only accident we had was when the Western Star flipped over. That's really the only accident. And then somebody else got in a wreck, but that was totally not his fault. A car came across fucking 5 lanes and just tattooed him right in the side. Yeah. See, Mike, you're totally allowed to run some errands in a company vehicle. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'm not going to bitch. You know, the beer incident at the strip club is what got you in trouble. You know. And then somebody getting a lap dance from the C talent on a Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, Tarek, you're exactly right. If work's getting done, I don't say nothing. City employees plowing the strip club on work hours for extras got fired. Now he works next to me next week, paving for me on NDOT. There you go, Dave. I mean, fuck, guys, fuck it. You know, at least you know this guy can get you some extra work at the titty bar. You know. Oh, they were mad about company vehicles being in the. There you go. One of the bosses told us, park the shit down the street. Ah, God. That's what you got to do. They probably don't give a fuck. Nobody cares. Like, employees are so hard to come by right now. If you have a good one that makes some mistakes every once in a while, you just have to chalk it up as them being an idiot. And you just go, you know, what are you going to do? Like, did you guys have a good time? You know, sometimes you can't really get mad about, like, every once in a while, guys having a good time doing stuff together as a work bonding incident. I would call it work bonding. Anytime you could bring all your employees together and have a good time, and they're not fucking they're not arguing with each other. It builds a little morale, and usually it gets more work done in the long run. The office manager, tell her to kiss your ass. You know, like, she don't run shit. Yep, you're exactly right, AJ. If you have reliable employees, some of the shit you just let slide. You know, you just gotta let it fucking, you just gotta be like, all right, you got me. Oh no, she's the real boss? Why does the owner put up with that? Because I tell her, listen, I signed your check. Shut the fuck up. You know? Shut the fuck up. Just because you're the office manager, that means you manage this office. Okay? I run all the other shit. Don't get your panties in a wad, honey. You know? Don't get your panties in a wad. That's what I have to tell her. The only person that gets to fire employees is me or my wife. And she gets all the shit done. Yes, whoever's name is on the check, that's your boss. You're exactly right. Yep. Other than that, she's easier to replace than a driver. You're exactly right. Opinion on unions. I mean, I think unions are good. They have some positive and negatives, but I'm okay with unions. I think it would help a little bit, but I'm not the kind of person that's pro-union. There's a lot of politics when you come with unions, and a lot of them like to play games, and I'm not really into that. You know, I'm not a politician, okay? I am too, how would I say this, blunt to be a politician. You know, I'm more of a tell it like it is motherfucker. And union people don't like that. They like politics. You know. You know, they don't like to hear that they're fucking retarded or their fucking rules are fucked. They don't like to hear all that type of shit. Yeah. The health insurance buying power, yeah, that's pretty good too. Um, we've never interviewed the dispatcher lady. I haven't figured out. She doesn't want to be here, so I don't know how to get the guys to do whatever. Actually, and then this week, dude, I've been extremely busy. My grandma died last Sunday or Saturday night into Sunday, and we had my grandma's funeral Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I was busy doing that, and then um, you know, of course, I got to go there, and that was my grandma. It was the last one that I had alive. Edith was her name. She was a fucking pistol. I mean, if you think that I'm opinionated and mad and an asshole, you should have met my grandma Edith. But I think that I got a lot of her traits, man. She was blunt. Okay, there is when dealing with Edith. This is how it was. She was very, very opinionated. She would tell you how she felt. Um, she would tell you her opinion, whether you wanted it or not. And there was a way to do things. There is the right way, there's the wrong way, and then there was like the Edith Rudisol Felix way. And the way that things had to be done was her way. And she was fiery, man. It's a good time. Oh, dude, my grandma from 20 was no fucks given. Okay, she is, she's fucking completely crazy. You know. Yeah, flowers for grandma. Thank you, Derek. We put her. She got buried next to my grandpa Bill. It was weird seeing old pictures of my grandma. I don't remember ever seeing her that young and stuff like that. It was quite interesting, but so that was my last grandparent that's alive or was alive. And the shitty thing is like the COVID thing, I could not go see her before she passed. Um, and my mom was like, Justin, I'm up here. Uh, I could put the phone next to her, but she's just sleeping. She's going to have, she wakes up for a minute, opens her eyes, and goes back to sleep. Um, I don't think that even if you said anything, it's going to matter. I'm like, okay. But I was just upset because of the COVID stuff. I couldn't go see her. I would have liked to say goodbye and try to get a smile out of her because I could get a smile out of her no matter how mad she was. I would say something just completely off the wall and she'd just fucking shake her head and smile and then yell at me. It was great. You know. Yeah, but she was really opinionated, man. She was crazy. I said that she lived in Cleves her whole life. She never left 5 miles. This 5 mile fucking area, she never left. And dude, she would be down there at the trustees meetings just screaming at 'em. She's crazy. But, what are you gonna do? She was 89, she lived a good life. So, I all I can tell you is QVC stock's probably gonna take a hit. Because she bought a lot of stuff from QVC. I think the only person that she probably really cared about at the end was the fucking UPS man, because she would get him Christmas presents and all kinds of shit. Yeah, no, it's all right. I mean, I knew it was coming. For about 2 weeks, my mom was keeping us on a daily update what was going on, and she was slowly declining, like slowly, 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 slowly. And then it went pretty quick. I knew that, like, she went into the nursing home probably, like, our last year at Christmas, she was real. She didn't have that spark. Like, I tried to get her going on some shit, and she really just didn't seem like she was there or knew what was going on. And I said, oh, this is not good. So I kind of prepared myself. Like, I've been preparing myself for this day. And my mom said, here at the nursing home, she's not fighting them. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. And even my uncles and, my aunts and stuff were like, wow, if she's not arguing with you, then, this is probably not good. That's just kind of the person she was. My mom handled her loss really well. My mom did all the funeral arrangements, did all that stuff. Everybody in the family was kind of prepared for it. Yes, it is really tough, bud, that, we couldn't go see her on her, they brought in hospice and all that stuff, but we couldn't go see her. That's one thing that was negative about this COVID stuff. I will tell you that. That was really negative. I didn't like that. You always, for some reason, I don't like looking at people in their caskets. Is that weird? Or am I don't like looking at them in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they look all weird. I don't want to touch them. You know, it's just fucking weird. It's not how I remember looking at them. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's fucking weird. But I would have liked to seen her when she was, still breathing. Yeah, I get nothing out of it either. You know, like going to visit somebody's gravesite, what does that do for you? You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't like them. It's all weird. You're just like, they're fucking dead. Like, I don't know what the fucking do here. I should have told. I should have told. I I should have told just some funny stories about my grandma. Like, everybody got up, but I couldn't do it. I would have started crying, and it would have been a ball of mess because I'd have been laughing. She was a pistol. Yeah, I just didn't know if other people find it weird. It's weird. I told my wife that I think I'm going to be cremated, and I want half my ashes at the house, and then half of my ashes at whatever shop that we have at that particular time, so I can keep an eye on the two kids and everything else. And if they get out of line, I can haunt their ass. You know, I can haunt their ass. Everything is doing real good. Real good. No complaints here. You know, cash flow is back going good again. We're staying busy. All that shit. I'm in a good mood, you know. I got a little bit of that fucking, I still got a little pin-up anger, but I feel like you know, I'm working on it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do casket thing at all. They can just put me in like a gold little fucking, a Ziploc bag is fine with me. And you can just set that up on like a dresser or something or whatever, you know, whatever. Yeah, kissing babies and cashing checks. Put me in the cremator, yeah. Yeah, that's why I told my wife I want to be half at my house and half here at whatever shop I have at that particular time. Just leave me in the office. The kids can talk to me every day. If some of the original employees were here, they can say, hey, your dad's over there. And, you know, if you want to motherfuck us, just start yelling, because he would have done it. You know? Burn me up and put me in an old Kroger bag. Yeah, there you go. Ziploc bag, whatever. I don't care. Because I don't want to be buried in the ground in that dirt, all them worms and shit. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Yeah, just put me in a Mountain Dew bottle and then put me on the shelf. Be fine. You know? I just think I just thought it was weird. I mean, that was my experience this week. It's kind of weird seeing that stuff, you know? To be honest with you. Oh, God damn, is this guy signed out yet? Let's see if he's driving back to the shop. Get this shit done tonight. No! Fuck! Huge waste of 10 grand. Wow, water jet ya? Last work day this week. No, I'm going to work. I'm probably not going to work tomorrow. I may come down and piddle on the 250R for a little bit. But I think tomorrow I'm going to take the day off, and then Sunday I'll work. I'll get the trucks ready for Monday morning. Yeah, no, we still got trucks out. Let's see. He's still, I don't know, he's still over there. Is he on the, okay, he's going to, where's old 74? Yeah, there it is. He's over there. So they're getting it ready. I'm sure they Snap-on makes fucking an urn you can make payments on. Yeah, I'm actually almost done with my Snap-on bill. I'm down to like 13 grand. I might, if September and August are really good, I'm probably gonna pay that off this year and be done. But I'm only down to like 13 grand, I think, and that's including my truck account. Which, you know, one swipe of the fucking AX, we got that done. You know, I'm kind of happy with that. Yeah, no, I mean, it is good having the connections that I have in Garth. You know, we don't ever stop working night shift, day shift. From the time that the season starts, uh, we're double shifting these trucks. From this year, it was April 1st, and we'll probably stop double shifting them December 15th. You know, I don't fucking, you know, that's Sunday night through Monday night, driver. Oh, I wouldn't have 13 trucks if I didn't work night shift. You know? No, I don't know how much that is. If I didn't double shift my trucks, I couldn't I couldn't expand the business this fast. Because I couldn't show enough gross profit at the end of the year to buy 3 at a time. And then once you start buying 3 at a time, you know, your profit jumps up tremendously each year. You know, we probably went from 100 grand in profit to this year we should profit over $1 million. Give or take. It should be $1 million. Oh, your Snap-on bill's down to $6,200. If mine gets to $6,200, I'm just paying it off. My drivers make about $50,000 a year. If they work all the time, that's what they should make, 50 to 52. You heard the taxes on 1 million is 2 million? No, it's not that bad. No. Yeah, that's good money for local driving. You're right. It is good money. I mean, these guys make good money. You know? I have had to pay my drivers. Write-offs are wonderful. Yeah, it'll be $1 million of profit. Probably $1.1 million this year is my goal. That's a little bit more than what we did last year in total profit before we start adding in all the deductions and get that total profit number down to, like, the tax man sees 100,000. Your tax bill's not that much on that. I mean, it's like, it might be, we might pay 15 grand in taxes. But I have had to pay my drivers prevailing wage when it is a prevailing wage job. Then I have to show, I have to do certified payroll, and that is a little bit different. It's kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. And really, I told them that some of the guys make almost what that is. Make almost what it, that kind of prevailing wage. Some of them are pretty close to that, already. So I'm like, it just kind of sucks. Because for me to get paid the prevailing wage, I have to turn in the payroll before they write the checks. This year, it would be a great year. I'm thinking about taking a loss. I want to take a loss. That's what I'm thinking. Depreciation is like a swift kick in the dick for the tax man, yeah. Would be, yeah, I just blame it on the COVID. I blame it on somebody, I know this month we should be doing really well. Blame it on Brian. No, he don't have a clue. That guy don't have a clue about profit, loss, depreciation, how to do your taxes, how to do anything. He ain't got a clue. Ain't got a fucking clue. Don't know what they're supposed to look like. A good tax man will help you expand your business. Let's see. Yeah, no, we should be there. What did we do last month? We missed it a little bit. Missed my goal. Shit. No, we probably did because my wife fucking added in the wrong thing. Too bad I can't use Mountain Dew. Yeah, as a fucking deduction. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? I have a great accountant. She is cool as shit. I love her. Me and her see eye to eye, okay? Like, she knows everything about what I got going on. And if I need help, like, I'm like, hey, we need to do this. She's like, I got you. Give me a number we got to hit. I'll fix it. I'm like, all right. You're the best. We actually need to do the half-year QuickBooks reconcile. Probably need to get her on that. It is an office expense. Tarek, you're exactly right. That's where he's going to be. The writing's on the wall. He don't change his attitude and change how he does things and listen to other people. It's going to be exactly where Turek is. But what Turek just said there, that is a very important comment. Do I think fixing that Peterbilt is worth it? No. If I was going to fix it, I'd put frame rails in it. He seems to be married to that thing. Like he's in love with that thing. Again, you don't want to get emotionally attached to your equipment. Okay? And he is emotionally attached to that fucking thing. And is that it needs to be completely frame railed to do it right, because it's just going to break again in however many months. It's going to break in a different spot that they didn't put the insert in, and it's going to crack again in the crack. Because, you're going to have to get that really fucking hot to weld those frames together right. I probably know one guy in this city that could do it. And, to do it, but it's really going to, god damn. You would have to preheat that thing and get it hot so you don't burn all the temperament out of it. And then, put an insert in there and then fucking bolt that thing together with, god damn, you probably need 3/4, it would just be a disaster. I would put a frame rail in it, is what I would do. Yeah, no, that truck's not worth 13 grand. So right now, what Brian doesn't understand is in business, it's better to cut your losses sometimes than keep investing money into a rabbit hole it's not gonna make any difference. Because probably what's gonna happen, and to be honest with you, that thing's going to need an engine rebuild real fucking soon. Because I know I've heard him say that it uses a gallon of oil a shift. And that's got a lot of blow by. And Detroit diesel parts are extremely hard to find. And somebody that knows how to rebuild that correctly is, again, they're all dead. So now what you're going to have to do is when that blows up, you're going to have to convert it to like a mechanical B model cat or something like that. That's going to be hard to find. It's going to cost you more money. So really you got 100 grand, you're going to have fucking another $30,000 into that thing, when the truck's only worth 10 grand. No matter what you do to it, you could redo the whole thing, and it's 10 grand. You got to know when you're throwing good money at bad. Yeah, if it's broke, the only way to fix it is replace it with new frame rail. It's the only way to fix it. And then if you're going to replace one side, you got to do the other side. You can't just put one rail in it. You got to put both sides in it. And then you got to replumb the whole fucking thing. I mean, goddamn, it's a disaster. That's why when usually guys have broken frames, they just fucking throw them the fuck away. They're junk. It's wore out. You got your money out of it. It's done. It is what it is. Would I invest that money in that thing? Fuck no. Fuck no. No. That's what I'm saying. It'd be like putting lipstick on a pig. It would be like putting a chandelier in a haunted house. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. It would be better to take your 13 grand, go invest it into another used truck. You know, that would be, you could get more work with it and easier for somebody else to drive it. That's what I would do. No, he fixed that same side when, I think it was that side when he first bought it. I have a feeling that truck got rolled over at one time in its life, and that's why the frame rail was all buckled up. I would say that truck's been on its side. Either that or, you know, it's been twisted up. Because I remember when he first got it, it had a bunch of waves in it, and the only way they get waves in them is when they roll over. Well, he didn't get a lemon Peterbilt, okay? The bed manufacturer is a lot of that issues, but, oh, I know it's been flipped over by that, you know? I know it's been flipped over just by how that frame rail looks, and then that twists that whole fucking frame rail up. So, like, I know when my Western Star looked at it, dude, my frame rail had a kink in that motherfucker. And I was like, oh, I didn't see it first, but when I got it back here at the shop and we, you know, I got it level, the driver's side had a really bad kink in it right where the hoist box mounted. And I was like, fuck, this is not worth fixing. It's really not worth fixing. Why did his new gate bow? Dave, that's a good, I'll tell you exactly why it fucking bowed. Okay? Again, this guy doesn't know anything about what he's doing. Okay? Those super dump beds are made only to haul stock and asphalt. Okay? One or the two things. That's all that they're made. And he said he was tailgating with that thing. And no, again, no. Okay? That's not what that is. If you look at how flimsy those beds are, they want to give you a steel box because it makes how the strong arm mounts a little bit stronger. That's why they put a steel box on those. But instead of using like 3/16, they use a gauge smaller than that. I think it's like some type of millimeter. It's still, I don't know if it's a hard ox box or just a regular steel box. I would have to look at the manufacturer and look at their specs. I don't know who made that box. If somebody could find, I think it's called Columbia. If you can find their website, put it in the chat if you have a blue wrench, and I'll click it on there. But so the way that those super dumps are made is that they're made extremely lightweight so you can carry more material. Okay? So the bed on it is really flimsy. Like if you took the back door off that fucker, the bed's going to go like this. Okay? And then you would have to hydraulically press it back together to get the pins back in it. That's what kind of holds it together. So how the door got bent is that's such a thin piece of material. When you go to tailgate that, do you understand what I'm saying? It puts all that pressure on the tailgate. It's not meant to do that. And it's just going to bow it every time. You know? No, there is zero warranty on that tailgate. They're not going to give him a new tailgate. They're going to charge him to fix it if he wants it fixed, but they're not going to give him a new tailgate. No, he's on a pipe dream on that. You might as well just pull out the cracked pipe and start smoking because that ain't happening. Because they're going to tell you, hey, this is driver abuse. We're not responsible for that. This truck is not made to tailgate. You should probably know that before you bought it. Okay, this is not a tailgating truck. All right, this truck is to haul stock materials. Okay, that's what a super dump is really hauled for. It's haul asphalt or stock materials, period. Okay? Or also he could have been into the paver and lifted the bed all the way up to get empty, and the paver had a bunch of shit in it. It'll bow the bed because it don't want to lift the rear end off the ground. It could be one of the two things. Again, that falls under driver error. But when you look at a truck, you got to understand right from the beginning what it can and can't do. And when you look at those things, I mean, I know that's self-inflicted. That's going to be on him if you want that fixed. If you want it not bowed, yeah, you're going to pay. And that back door is probably, for them to fix it, I know that I got a quote for a new back door because I want to change one of the ones on my truck. It's just too heavy. And I think it was $2,700 for a new back door. That's painted and ready to bolt on. Yeah, but that 85 has been rolled over. I can just tell you by how that thing's broke and where it's broke at. Like, you know, it was broke behind this point, and then it's only a single frame truck. That was a conversion. So, you know, it doesn't have like big, tall 12-inch rails in it. Like, you know, some of the new trucks, they're trying to get these single, they call them a heavy single. I didn't buy any of those. They tried to talk me into it, and I said no. It becomes a little too flimsy. It may work good for the first 2 years, but after you get so much weight on it, it just becomes, just give me double frame, bud. You know, that 400 pounds that I'm saving really doesn't affect me. Yeah, 32 for 3/16 AR plate. There's a lot to it, you know. But I think that if somebody could find that, I think it's, I don't know how to spell. Can somebody spell Columbia bed manufacturer? And I'll tell you what their back door is made out of. Because I don't think it didn't look 3/16 from the pictures I've seen. Let's see if we can find this place, and then I'll tell you exactly what it's looked at. Here, God damn it, let me put it in there again. Hold on here, let me. Columbia. You know, again, I mean, that's just stuff, not paying attention. Columbia bed, or I'm going to put in dump. Beds. Let's see if it comes up. Okay, Columbia body. Let's see where it is. Columbia bed manufacturer since 1903. Here we go. Okay, they're in Clackamas, Oregon. All right, so let's see what they got here. Do they have super dumps? God damn, they got a lot of weird looking shit. Here we go, super dumps. All right, let's look at this. Let's go to let's view the super dumps here. All right. See if they have any specs on this. Well, goddamn, they ain't got no specs. View product demos. That's not what I want to look at. Your specs. Oh my God, they have a Super Max. The fuck is that? Wet kits, flatbeds, chassis modifications. So this plate, you know, all right. So this thing looks real. How do we, where do we find brochures? What the fuck? They don't have no brochures on their, they got dump and dump trailers. Let's see what they use here. Let me see if I can find out what they use. But it looks like, I don't know if they use AR. Well, goddamn, I clicked the brochure, bud. Shit. They got employment. They're hiring a bunch of people. They got their vendors. They don't show like a breakdown of what they got going on. It just says handcrafted by, you know, like some body manufacturers will tell you exactly what they make it out of. You know, but these guys don't seem to do that. Or I'm too stupid to read their website's not very good. They don't have product breakdown. They have photos. They have a lot of photos if you want to look at this shit. But when I'm looking at this super dump pick here, okay, there's some things that I see that I question. Okay, they got a real thin thing in here, and they got 2 ribs. All right, which I'm sure his has 2 ribs. Okay, but this door looks really, really thin from the pictures that I'm looking at. You know, I guarantee this is something thinner than 3/16. But, you know, I would say that's one of the 2 ways how it got bent. Tailgating it, and it pushed all that weight against there, and the door's just not supported for that, and all that shit. You know, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Yeah. Oh, it's 4 mil. See, that's 4 mil. That's no good. It's 4mm back door. That's going to bend every fucking time. As soon as you tailgate. It's not made to tailgate. That's not made to tailgate. That means the whole bed's 4 mil. That's a world of fuck. That's a world of fuck. It's got to be, if you want to tailgate, it better be made out of 3/16 or bigger. Because it's going to bow the door every fucking time. Every time. It's just going to fucking whoop, pop it out. And they ain't warrantying that shit. So, $3,000 if you want a new back door. Got to learn. Got to know what you can and can't do. You know, you got to pay to play. They don't give a fuck. 4 mil, that's why that fucking thing. So, yeah, it's 1/8 inch. It's 1/8 inch, Blake. It's, who knows if it's AR plate, but it's 1/8 inch and it got 2 ribs running across it. It ain't gonna work. You might as well just cut the chains off that motherfucker, because, you know, it ain't gonna work. Okay, so it's 4 mil AR plate. That can't tailgate with that, driver. Can't tailgate with it. Oh my God, these guys are still. My car being delivered. Oh, Nick must bought a new car. Can't tailgate with it. Got to know the limits and capability of your equipment. That's your job as an owner, to look at that and go, that's not capable of fucking tailgating. I can tell you that right now, Brian. Not capable of tailgating. Don't ever do it again. It's made, those trucks are made to haul stock fucking materials. Okay, I can tell you just by looking at that bed, 4 mil can't tailgate. Can't tailgate. I guarantee you go out there and you hit 4 mil with a fucking hammer, you know, it'll fucking bend. Guaranteed. Dump bulk materials in a pile. Exactly what it's made to do. That's it, period. Dump asphalt into the paver. Don't put your chains on and then fucking try to fucking... It's also not made for a burn box. It wouldn't be a defective gate. That means every one that they make is defective. Not made for that. 4 mil, not made for that. Truck is designed to carry maximum weight. I guarantee that bed will only last. If it's 4 mil on the bottom, you start hauling a lot of grinding, sand, abrasive materials. 2 years you'll have to put a floor in that. It'll be so thin, it'll just be popping through. It'll get these big waves in it, especially out near the tailgate. If it's 4 mil, 3 years of double shifting that thing to need a floor, especially the shit that I haul. It's not made to haul big broken concrete. Ain't made to haul big fucking things. Yeah, they're fighting weight. That's exactly why in the fuck it's made like that. It's made to haul maximum amount of weight for a short period of time. Plain and simple. You know? Plain and simple. 4x8 is too big to haul. It's going to blow through that floor. Telling you that right now. It's too abrasive. Sand, asphalt's the only thing. Grinding's the only thing that needs to go in that motherfucker. 2s would be the biggest shit that I'd ever put in it. Rip wrap, nope. Broken up concrete out of an excavator, nope. Nope. Got to know the limits of your fucking equipment. 4x8's too big. 2s would be about the biggest thing I'd put in there. And that's, you know, about this big. Because when 4x8 hits that motherfucker at 4 mil, after about 6 months of that, it's going to be like this. You know? My 3/16 from hauling big broken up concrete and rebar and all that shit. When that excavator comes around and drops that rebar in there, then they fucking pack it down in there. It'll go right through the side of that fucking 4 mil shit. And they'll be like, yeah, let us know. No, they don't need to extend it. You got to bend it back. You got to push it the other way. Push it back in. Extending it ain't going to do a goddamn bit of good. If you want it to sit completely level, it's new tailgate. Push her back in. And then cut the fucking chains off of it and don't ever tailgate with it again. Like, it's not a tailgating truck. This is made to fucking dump it in a big fucking pile. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to bend it. It's not going to fucking make it any weaker than it is. 4 mil, go hit that thing with a 20-pound sludge. It'll go right back in. You know? I mean, you think I'm fucking lying to you? I know, just by that material. You know? Then go back here, fucking undo the chains, and fucking throw those motherfuckers away. It's already weak. You know? You haul sand in that motherfucker, it's going to be flying out the bed. What are the options? You put a block of wood at the top and the bottom, and then fucking get you, you know, like a 4-foot level, stick it up there, and either, you know, the best way to do it would be you'd have to figure out how to push it in. You know, got to figure out how to push it in. When you can't push it against, when it's locked down here at the bottom, it's got to have some space because it's going to be like a spring. So you got to put some big 4x4s or something in there and then push on the door backwards, maybe like a 1/2 inch past where it's bent, and then it'll pop back in, you know. Other than that, not made a tailgate. I haven't put the service truck through any big fucking repairs yet, no. Okay, if you want a steel bed, you're sacrificing weight right from the beginning. If you want it to last. Okay? If you want it to last, all my trucks, some of them have, well, mine are custom built to my specifications. So the maroon 6-axle with the short-sided bed, that is a full demo bed. That is made to haul concrete, dirt, asphalt, all that stuff. Okay? Yeah, back another truck into it. Or take an excavator and push with the bucket, get you some wood, push with a bucket, push it back, but have it braced up on the bottom and then push it back. Or get yourself a big-ass porta power and fucking lower the strong arm and fucking make a rig and push against that. But, so, I have all the trucks. There's 2 trucks that have high lift gates, and they have 1/4-inch floors with 3/16 sides and 3/16 doors, because the 1/4-inch door is just way too much. And with a high lift gate, you don't really need the 1/4-inch door. So, my trucks that are made just to haul asphalt grindings and all that stuff, they have AR 3/16 floor sides, 536 fronts. The front doesn't really need to be the bed. Doesn't really need to be serious. You know, nothing gets into the front of the bed. So I have them make it with the lightest fucking material that they can. The other ones, you know, you want 3/16 at the minimum. But you also want 3/16. Either it's got to have a good roll in it. Okay? Like, what I mean by that is some bed manufacturers will they'll put an arc in the door, and then when they butt it up, they'll have an extension that they weld on, and that's what seals the door. It'll have an arc in it. Or you want the door rolled in the side with a brace in the middle. And, you know, that brace could be, you know, like 2x4 material, the same thickness as what you got. And then you would lay a flat piece on it to make it triangled so nothing gets stuck in there. That's kind of how mine are. You know, but that's how it has to be built to, you know, whatever. You know, I would call it a life lesson there, Brian. You got to learn, you know. You got to know what your equipment can and can't do. And right now, I can tell you a super dump, it's made to haul bulk fucking materials. That's it. Dump in a big fucking pile. Not made to do anything else. With 4 mil floor, I wouldn't put anything bigger than 2s in there. I'd be like, fuck. It ain't happening. Because that floor would be warped in fucking 6 months of hauling that big shit. 6 fucking months. Just know. And then you'll have to pay to put a floor in it. You know, I mean, it's, you know, whatever you want to do. That's why you should really investigate before you shit. It'll dent it. Just trust me. It'll fucking dent it. It'll fucking dent it. James, you could say fuck those backup alarms. Let me tell you a little story about fucking backup alarms, driver. All right, since you guys all want to say fuck the backup alarms, and you know, James, you want to be butt buddies with Brian and fucking think it's okay. I'll tell you a story about what happened yesterday. I went to play golf. My friend, okay, he is the maintenance coordinator for MSD. That is Metropolitan Sewer District in the state of Ohio, or in the city of Cincinnati. We're talking about backup beepers. He goes, Justin, I saw that video you put about backup beepers. He goes, I want to tell you a story. He goes, guess what happened Tuesday? One of our drivers fucking knew the backup beeper didn't work, didn't write it up. Guess what? Backed into a city fucking employee on the job site. I said, oh, that's probably not good. What happened there? He said, well, you know what I'm saying? That's not fucking good. He goes, yeah. He goes, I didn't want to answer the phone call, but they kept calling, so I had to go deal with it. I said, oh, okay. He goes, well, the truck driver lost his job because he did not write that up in a pre-trip, and he turned in pre- and post-trip inspection sheets, which he has to do every day, and said there was nothing problem with the backup beeper. Well, when it happened, he said, oh, yeah, it hasn't worked for 2 weeks. Gone. He got fired from his cush shitty job. And the girl that he backed into is probably going to sue the city, you know, and never work again. So now the city has to fucking eat that thing, all because fucking backup beepers. Luckily, he didn't kill nobody, but that did happen. So you guys can say whatever the fuck you want, you know. I think it is really fucking stupid. You know, and Washington is full of dimmies, okay? That means there's full of fucking Democrats. Listen to me. They have more laws than anybody in the whatever. Brian, you don't understand the risk versus reward on that. That's why you're so fucking stupid. Okay? Because it takes one time of your driver coming in at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning and have to go fucking out the next day, and guess what? They forget to throw the fucking switch on the first fucking load. Back into somebody. Not worth the fucking risk. Not worth the fucking risk. Takes one time. And then you think the little lifestyle you got, you know what I'm saying? A little lifestyle that you think you're building, bud, it ain't gonna fucking work. They'll take everything you fucking own. You already sold your house, so now you really, you know what I'm saying? They're going to fucking eat your ass fucking alive. Alive over you don't want to turn it on when you come in at 3 o'clock in the morning. I told you how to fix that problem. You go rent a fucking place where it's zone commercial. You don't have to worry about it. So again, we're stepping on a dime to pick up, or we're stepping on 100 to pick up a dime. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any fucking sense to step right on a $100 bill to pick up a fucking dime. It's one thing you don't learn. You can't, I'm trying to tell you, this Dave Ramsey fucking shit that you're living on, bud, is just not going to work. Owning a fucking business. There's things that you have to do, you know. You have to use your fucking brain. Use it. Besides a hat rack, think about the bigger picture. You know, think. You know, think about it. Is it all worth that? Or are you going to be a big boy, put on your big boy pants, and start acting like one? You know, and take responsibility for your actions. And when somebody says, hey, that's not a fucking good idea, you know, that's probably not a good idea. I wouldn't do that. That's probably because that guy thought about the whole goddamn picture before he said that. It wasn't just a fucking 10-minute, like, oh, God, I'm pissed off. No, I thought about the big fucking picture. Big picture. That you got to look at. You know, I mean, since you guys are already used to eating ramen and little cut-up hot dogs, you know, I'm not into that lifestyle. I'm not, you know, I'm not risking my business or my drivers or my 13 other drivers' fucking, you know, livelihood over a momentary switch. Not going to do it. You know? Not going to do it. It's not worth it. You know? You know? You get signed out. My wife's calling me. See what she says. Where in the hell? Let me text her on the other phone. So, you know, it's not you own it, you do what you want. That's not what you're, you know, that's the wrong mentality. You know what I'm saying? That's not the right thinking. All right? That's not the right thinking. If you were an owner-operator and you're the only one that drives the truck, you can take that risk. Okay? If you have a driver in the truck, you cannot take any risk. You have to completely dummy proof it. Okay? You know, it's not worth the risk. Not worth it. You know, I didn't say that shit just to say it. Brian, stop stepping on $100 bills and making excuses why you did it. I know your excuse, because you parked the trucks at your house because you're emotionally attached to your equipment. Get a shop where it's zone commercial and you wouldn't have had to do dumb shit like get in a panic and fucking sell your house, okay? Because the people said you can't have, okay, you can't have your trucks parked here. I understand why they said that. I understand that because your house looks like a junkyard out back. You got a whole bunch of crap. If you cleaned everything up and kept it nice and neat, probably nobody would say anything. But when your shit looks like a junkyard, they don't, your other neighbors don't want that because their house value goes down. You have to think about them. So when you get a shop, the first thing that I did before I even bought a truck is I go, where am I going to put this thing? Obviously, the city of Cincinnati is not going to let me park this thing out on our street. Okay? Miami Township, where I own another house, they're not going to let me park it there. Okay? Because, again, that's against zoning. Okay? So I got to find a place to put this thing. So I rented a building before I even had a fucking place to park the truck. Because, again, that's thinking. Then I don't have to worry about coming in at 2 a.m. in the morning. So then you find a place, and then problem solved. Now you've created more problems because I'm sure that the new person that owned your house is getting the phone calls instead of you, and then they're going to tell you when your lease is up, you got to go. And then you're going to be making a GoFundMe about that and crying about that they wouldn't renew your lease. You know, it doesn't matter how much the building costs. It's a cost of doing business. If it's $1,000 a month, that's the cost of doing business. That's what you have to pay. It's simple. It's the cost of doing business. Mine doesn't cost $150 a month. It costs more than that. It costs $2,400 a month. I own this whole building, which is a reasonable price. Okay, my first thing was a storage unit that was made to put motorhomes in there. Okay, that was $500 a month. You know? It depends where you live. If you live in the city where they have zoning laws, you have to abide by those zoning laws. There's a guy that pays $25 a month to park his truck outside of the storage lot. When he wants to work on it, he drives it home, greases it, comes back, drops it off. Cost him $25 a month. It's not that fucking hard. You know? It's not that fucking hard. Then you wouldn't have to make these rash decisions that cost you money in the long run. There you go. Here's another good point. If you can't afford $1,000 a month for the shop, you really can't afford the truck. AJ, there you go. You should already know this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Before you invest that kind of money, you got to think ahead. You know, you keep all your equipment in the right thing. It's the cost of doing business, just like insurance. You have to have insurance to drive the truck, right? That's a cost. You get to write that off on your taxes. Now I have to rent a spot. You know? Hey, Brian, don't be hiding this, dude. You know? We're going to fix that right now. You know? Don't be doing that. You know? Yeah, gone. You know, I get both sides too. But I'm just telling you, okay, if you want to act like you're successful, let's start being successful. Let's start making the right steps. Start making the right steps, bud. Instead of going on and putting a lot of bad information that could hurt somebody else. You know? Yeah. Again, he can't handle when people tell him, you're doing the wrong thing, you're not thinking. Can't handle it. That's what his issue is. He can't handle that. He can't handle any criticism. He shuts down. You know, you're no different than Timmy. Okay, if you guys remember him, you're no different. You get all worked up. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody told me I was an idiot. You know how many times I get told I'm an idiot? That line is real fucking long. There is no sweat off my fucking balls. No sweat. No sweat off my balls. Tarek, you're exactly right, because I know that you own your own business. You know. You want to limit your fucking liabilities. You know? But guys that own trucks, you know how many Instagram messages and fucking Facebook messages I got talking about backup beepers from other guys that own trucks? Brian, how many you think I got? They said my video was right on point. On fucking point. They said somebody needed to talk about this shit because, again, you know what I'm saying? The trucking business already has a greasy, slimy reputation. And then when somebody goes out there and fucking just shows how greasy and slimy it fucking is, you know what I'm saying? That makes the rest of us look bad. Makes the rest of us look bad. I've got 10 of them so far and emails. You know what I'm saying? 10 of them. Guy wrote me last night. I don't even know this guy. He said, dude, this is one of your best videos I've seen from you in a long time. He said, you got to the point, you made a very good point. I'm not picking on you. I'm trying to tell you, dude, you make other people look bad. You know, like I said earlier in the stream, you know why you're the laughing stock of the Seattle Facebook dump truck drivers group? Because you don't think. You don't think. They laugh at you. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to get laughed at? You know, people here laugh at me because they think I'm crazy that I own 13 trucks. I am crazy. I am fucking crazy. Okay? But I know what I can and can't do. And 13 is almost my limit. It is too much for one man. I would not recommend this for anybody unless you are 100% dedicated to it because it eats up a fucking shitload of my goddamn time. I'm like, I'm married to this fucking place. I see this place, I'm here 90% of the time. You know what I'm saying? 90% of the time. Okay? Because I give a shit. I fix shit. I still got one more thing to do. You know? One more thing to do today. Actually, two. I got to put a tarp on that we've been nursing along so I can take it apart and get it fixed. You know? I'm waiting on the driver to get back. I got to fucking... And then I got to go fix an airline in a seat. You know? Because it probably got pinched. Because we didn't pay attention. Or we threw something under there and it pinched it. No big deal. Get her fixed. But, hold on here. Yellow. I know, I'm on a live stream. Because I'm waiting on Joe to get back. What do you need? Okay, I will pick him up, but I'm waiting on Joe. Whenever he gets done, we're going to slam that tarp on and off tonight so he can string it. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Joe's still all the way over by Eastgate Mall. So he's still working. So, all right. All right. Bye. Jesus. I'll pick up Enzo. Oh, Brittany's pissed because I put her on voicemail. You know. listen, I am trying to work on, AJ, I am trying to work on the rules for the fucking mentorship program. And rule one is going to be, you may not have to agree to my opinion, but I want you to try mine first. Okay? I didn't get to where I'm at because I've made a lot of bad decisions. Okay? All right? I can get a little more risky with the decisions I make now because I have some insurance plans if it fucking comes up. All right? My wife works a regular job, so she needs to help me write the rules out and do it in a professional manner. Okay? And we don't have a lot of time. We have babies and all this stuff, you know, and it takes me a long time to get nothing because last Thursday when we tried to do it, I went and played golf because I had to entertain my banking friends. I got my windows tinted. Every day something here changes. I can never have a consistent, like, oh, today is going to be a very easy day. You know, another question that you got to ask yourself before you want to own a dump truck business, before you ever want to own this shit, is how much pain are you willing to go through to get to where you got to get? Okay? Because right now, I'm telling you, my pain level is about as much as I can tolerate. I may be able to get the 2 more trucks by myself. You know what I'm saying? But it's, you know, I don't know. I'm going to need some other help doing some other things, okay, before I can make that leap. Because this is a fucking lot. And I carry a lot of stress. I carry 21 drivers, families, and stress on my life, plus my own. So I'm feeding 22 families on the decisions that I fucking make here. And I don't have a lot of tolerance for making bad decisions. I don't have that leeway, is what I'm saying. I care about them. Like, I want them to be successful and own homes and not have to worry about any of that stuff. And I think we're finally getting there because a lot of them are buying fucking new cars. They're getting trucks. A lot of them are trying to buy houses, you know, and all that shit. Okay? That tells me right now that they are comfortable with the decisions that I make. Okay? And they trust the vision that I have this going in. Okay? That is very, very, very important to me. But I am willing to put in the pain to get to that. Okay? And right now, I have people, I don't even have to advertise for drivers. I got guys calling me every day that work for other. I make good decisions. And I work with people. And I understand the things. Why didn't I pick up the phone and call Brian? Because I might as well have picked up the phone and talked to this wall. Because Brian don't want to listen. All right? Don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to listen. Don't want to think about how to do the right steps to where you don't look like an idiot. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to put your life out there on YouTube, you better make sure that you're ready for the good and the bad. And on YouTube, 90% of it's going to be bad. No, I care about helping. Okay? Don't fucking need it. You know, and also I am blunt as shit. Okay? When you do something stupid, I yell at my drivers. You know what I'm saying? I want you to do well. You just don't want to take those steps. You don't want to take those steps. You know, you don't want to take those steps because you don't want to listen. Hey, what's up, Brad? You got here in a rant session. I don't send text. Okay? I don't send text messages. Okay, because I got to answer 150 text messages a day. You think I want to keep answering some more? You know? This phone rings all goddamn day. You think I want to talk on the phone any more than I got to? You know what I'm saying? Just trying to say, when you put stuff out there that makes other people look like that we're all fucking slimy and greasy and just pieces of shit, we don't care about other people, you know what I'm saying? That makes the rest of us look bad. I go out of my way, okay? I go out of my way. I answer emails. A guy asked me about how to spec a truck. I get back to him. I can only answer one a day. You know what I'm saying? But I try to answer everybody's stuff. And I got 10 emails in the goddamn people that want to be in the mentorship and learn how to do this and learn how to sacrifice in the beginning to get to where you want. It's a lot of sacrifice. Again, the key question, how much pain are you willing to go through? How much pain are you willing to go? How much pain are you willing to put out? And that's a key question. You know, I'm not trying to be a dickhead. I'm blunt. I'm to the point. I ain't got time for bullshit and to beat around the bush. Okay? You know, don't call and ask, oh, what do you think of this new truck? And you give your opinion, you need to do something. You know, nobody listens. Why should I keep talking? Why? Tell me why. At Hag Ford. I don't have a truck at Ford. What have you sacrificed, Brian? What are you talking about, dude? You know, the last fucking live streams, all I've heard you do is bitch and cry. You fucking said something about Dominique. She wasn't lying, Brian. You know what I'm saying? You treated her like shit. She's a way better driver than you are. If you want to get into the fucking real point. That girl knows how to drive a truck. Knows what a truck can and can't do. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to put her on blast for fucking what she said in a live stream? That's fucking... There's more to the story. Alright? More to the fucking story than you want to lead on. And I understand that she doesn't want to write you back. Who wants to talk to an idiot that don't listen and wants to make up a bunch of dumb shit? You know what I'm saying? Remember when I told you the information you put out there, you better make sure it's correct. Okay? That's why that conversation was brought up. Because again, you're running around acting like you're fucking a big shot. Okay? And when other people ask you questions, you give them a lot of wrong information on how to handle the politicking of dump trucks. Okay? That's why that comment was fucking made. Alright? So learn... You know what I'm saying? Don't jump the shit and go on there and call the girl a fucking liar. The girl's not a goddamn liar. That's the impression that you've put out there in Seattle, Brian. Okay? You may not think it because these guys ain't going to say it to your face. But I can tell you that's the impression you made because your trucks ain't working 6 days a week. Okay? And ain't working 6 nights. She is not a liar, Brian. She is fucking not a liar. If you want to start that shit, she ain't one. That girl is a stand-up individual, okay? She sacrificed a lot. She works 2 goddamn jobs. You may think she's a fucking liar, but she ain't. She ain't. All right? She's a nice fucking person, okay? Maybe if you fucking, you know, but again, remember what I'm telling you. She's not full of makeup and drama, okay? She's not full of that shit. You know why she don't want to fucking talk to you? Because she knows you're a fucking idiot. That's why. So she's not going to answer you. Okay? She's not a liar. You put her on blast. You want to go out there and run your mouth. She's not a liar, Brian. Have you talked to her personally? Have you? You know, now again, I'm gonna ask you again. Why doesn't your trucks work 6 days a week? I know there's 6 days a week working there. Why aren't you working that? Why are you hauling the shit that nobody else wants to haul? Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question right now. She doesn't need to know you. Answer the question, Brian. Answer the goddamn question. Why are you hauling the shit that nobody else wants to haul? Answer me that. When you figure that out, all right, you're going to be in a lot better place. And maybe people won't call you a fucking idiot. When you figure that out, Brian, you got to do some soul searching, bud. You know, if you want to have a come to Jesus meeting, answer the fucking goddamn question. Why don't you get called every fucking day? Why? Figure that question out. Get back to me. You don't own 95% of your equipment, Brian. You want to get into that? Your mom bought that big-ass excavator for you so you could put your brother to work. Okay? Your name be on the title, but you didn't buy it. So if you want to go there's a fucking real question. Okay? You got plenty of work, all right? You ain't worked 6 days yet this year, have you, bud? Have you worked 6 days, 6 nights? It's not about how much you own. It's about what you do. Yeah, I did. I bought my first truck driver. Yes, I did. Okay? I went to the loan. I got a loan from my parents. Okay? I paid that back. All right? Because I worked the goddamn truck. I'm not taking cheap shots, Jake. I'm trying to get Brian to understand. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes somebody needs, have you ever heard of tough love? Sometimes some people need some tough love. And he wants to get on here and block a guy named Kevin. You know what I'm saying? Over some dumb shit. We're going to get into this because I got nothing better to do. You guys want to sit here and watch this? Watch it. If not, whatever. I need Brian to answer the question. My credibility, I don't give a shit about my credibility. I'm trying to get him to understand what his issues are. This is a learning experience for all of us. Yes, the best loans are from the banks of your parents. You did $40,000 worth of gross revenue. Congratulations. I did that in fucking 3 days. No, 2 days. So congratulations. Congratulations. Okay? Again, you want to talk about it, how, you know, I don't have to go out there and do that. My fuel bill was worth more than $40,000 this week, or this month. You know what I'm saying? You're grasping at straws here again, bud. I don't care that I only kept 10% of it. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make you successful on how much you keep. Okay? Because if you keep it, you got to pay taxes on it. All right? And you didn't keep 60% of that either. You didn't keep 60% of that. You didn't keep. You know, in the trucking business, you're going to work on a 7 to fucking 15% margin. That's all you're ever going to get. That's all you're ever going to get. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, Brian. You know? Out here talking about, you know, you're so successful because you own some shit. All your shit's in a pile of crap. Okay, it's all broke. It's all fucking broke. And then you're sitting here talking to me about that you own everything. You know, I'm never showing my books, Brian. Okay, that's absolutely idiotic. That's the most dumbest fucking thing you could ever do. The fuck you want to see my books for? That is for me, my tax accountant, anybody else. I'm going to tell you right now, any other business guy in here, you ask them to see their books, you know what they're going to tell you? I ain't showing you that shit. You know, that's fucking completely stupid to show your fucking books. That is personal information. Personal fucking information. Personal. 40,000, that's 20,000 a truck. Okay? Let's break that down. That's 20,000 a truck. If you said it's 40 grand, let's fucking add this up. Okay, that's 20,000 a truck divided by 4 weeks. Okay? That's 8,000 a week per truck. Okay? You know, you got to think I make $8,000 a week per truck, okay? But my pay rate is half as what yours is. Half. You know? And my drivers cost about the same that yours does. And I got 21 of them. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Or $5,000. I'm sorry, $5,000. Yes. Anybody else that owns a business out here, you know what I'm saying? Brian, my drivers make $25 an hour right now. Yes, they do. I have one that makes $32 an hour on his percentage. Okay? $32 an hour on his percentage. He's the highest paid guy I got. Okay? My payroll last week was $29,000. Where you at, bud? Where you at? Divide that by 19 drivers, because we just added 2 more this week. You want to add that number? Plus, I'm paying them benefits. Yeah. All right? They get health insurance. They get 1 week's paid vacation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's, you know what I'm saying? The percentage. Okay? Divide $29,000 by 19 people. Okay? And then figure out how much they're making a week. It's not that hard. You know? Why do you think I have 21 drivers? Because I pay well. They make over $25 an hour. You know? You know, you don't have a clue. Shane, I'm trying to give somebody tough love here, bud. All right? Brian, I don't care to look at your books because I don't give a shit. Okay? I would never look at anybody else's books. I would never ask anybody to let me see their books. The only time that I would ever ask anybody to see my books, okay, that would be if I wanted to purchase their company. That's the only other time, okay? That's the only other time that somebody needs to do that. Okay? Because I need to know kind of what you got, how much debt you have. I need to know all that type of stuff. All right? Brian, we heard you. We were playing golf with my banker yesterday while you were going on the live stream talking about how I'll be out of business in 10 years. And my banker laughed. He goes, does this guy really know what the fuck you got going on? I said, nah, he's just talking out his ass. He goes, okay. He goes, all right. People, dude, I'm not fake, Brian. I'm not fake. None of this shit's made up, bud. You think I'm fake because I use banks' money to expand my business. All right? And you said that every company should operate on a debt-free system. Really? Really? Go ask major corporations. Okay? If they're completely debt-free. They don't. I'm going to tell you right now. All right, my mom worked for Procter & Gamble for 31 years, okay? When they wanted to go build a new building, guess what they did? They found a bank to loan them money, okay? They didn't go over here and take their cash that they had $400 trillion and build the fucking building with it, did they? No. No, they didn't. They go to the bank and they say, hey, we want to build a new high-rise. You know what I'm saying? We want to build a new high-rise. Will you loan us money? And they're going to be like, yeah, can we look at your books? Yeah, you're doing $2 trillion in sales. You got 700,000 or 700 million in cash. Your stock is really good. Here's a question. How long do you want the loan for? When do you want to start? Sign me up. Because I'm going to need to make my 6%. The bank, and then they're going to be like, okay, cool. All right, that's how they do that. They don't take their own cash, and that cash is a rainy day fund. That's a rainy day fund. You use other people's money to expand your business. It's cut and dry. Cut and dry. You keep all the cash for you for rainy days. Running debt-free, okay, just says that you don't want to be scared. You know? When people are willing to give you money at 4%, okay, you take it. Because you take your cash that if you wanted to have, let's say you wanted to pay cash for a $200,000 dump truck. You know what you do? You go over here, you borrow money at 4%, okay? And you take that $200,000 that you had that you were going to buy the truck, and you invest that, okay? And you make 6 to 7 on your investment. So now what you did is you double your you double, you know what I'm saying? Now this money over here, making 6%, is paying your 4% bill. Now, does that make sense? Is that worth borrowing money? Or is that just above your head? Because you don't understand business. Let me know. Does anybody else agree with that? Yeah, I know. I know. That's how big corporations work. Nobody's debt-free. Nobody's debt-free. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is. You know? Nothing special, bud. Nothing special. I mean, congratulations that you use cash. But think about it. Think about if you had all the cash that you spent, okay, on stupid shit, throwing good money after bad. Where would you be? Where would you be? You'd be over here earning 8% paying 4, doubling your money. This would now become free over the interest over here. You know, I don't understand why I have to explain this to you. You know, and then you want to talk shit. You know nothing. You know nothing. It is overwhelming sometimes. You know? I don't make stupid decisions. You know? Let's see where I'm at in 5 years. Brian, I'm going to be way bigger than you, bud. You know? It is like talking to the wall because the guy don't listen. You know? You don't listen. You just want to get on here and argue when I'm trying to tell you. Well, in 5 years, I got to start over buying all the trucks again because they'll be wore out, you know? Tarek, thank you for that comment. There's a reason I have 13 trucks and you're running around in a scrap pile. And then went on YouTube and cried and asked all your subscribers to give you 500 fucking grand to build your house. You know how stupid that sounds? And then 6 months later, you're going around talking about you cashed a $14,000 check. What the fuck? What the fuck, man? And you just said I had $40,000 worth of gross revenue. It cost you fucking 25 to run. 25, maybe 30. I'll let you keep 10, but it cost you 30 to run just last month. And then you got to add up all the downtime for your shit being broke for the next 2 fucking weeks. Because if you think you're getting it back from that body manufacturer on Wednesday, good luck. It's going to be more like next Friday, maybe the Monday after that before they get it finished. Good luck. That's fucking a week down. Now, you know what I'm saying? In your truck getting a frame fixed, that's a fucking bomb waiting to happen. You know, it'll be broke again. It'll be broke again. And then you'll be crying on YouTube, now the other side broke. What am I going to do? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it was really close. But you know what? Since I had credit, Brian, I made a phone call. I had the money I needed in 2 days. It was in my account. No problem. And I already paid that money back to them. Yeah, I don't go bragging on it. You know what I'm saying? The next time I ain't going to lose nothing. Yeah. You guys tell me, have I ever been on here bragging about anything? Like, Brian, I heard you wanted to talk about, you know, I was saying I show up to golf and, you know, a fucking service truck that costs as much as people's houses. You know why I do that? Because I'm trying to give you a fucking gross estimate of what the thing cost. Okay, without saying exactly how much it cost. All right? It's an analogy. All right? You don't understand what that is. In my first 2 years of business, yes, I did have older trucks. You know what I'm saying? Then I made a decision one day. I'm tired of fighting for work. That's not being humble. That is being humble. What do you want me to tell you? That it cost $167,000, Brian? There you go. Cost $160 grand, $167,000 to drive that thing around. That's what people's first house cost. That's what I meant by that. That's fucking being honest. You know? That's before when, just the other day, my uncles watched my YouTube channel. At my grandma's funeral, my Uncle Bill came up to me and he goes, Justin, he goes, I saw that service truck. He goes, I like that thing. He goes, what did it cost? And I said, Bill, it cost as much as your first home. And he went, holy shit. He goes, that much? I said, yeah. I said, it was $167,000. He goes, shit. He goes, that's crazy. He goes, how's it worked out? And I said, well, I didn't think it would work out as great as what is what it has worked out. But we're making it. I said, the one thing that I grossly underestimated, okay, on the service truck thing was driving it every day. Okay, that was my mistake. And I honestly owe J-Bo, if I'm ever through Columbus, I owe him a Ruth Chris steak dinner. Okay, or whatever, famous steakhouse is up there. I owe him a dinner. Okay, because he told me I give it 3 months and you won't be able to drive that thing. Because I just grossly underestimated how big it was. All right. And how, like, kind of fucking impractical it kind of is. Like, you can't take it through a drive-through. There's some other shit with it. But I think in the long run, if I'm ever through Columbus, I will buy you guys a steak dinner. That is true. J-Bo won the fucking bet with me. Okay. That was my fault. But I got that situation under control. Tarek's going crazy today. Yes. I'm saying that I work hard and I try to tell you guys that I'm here 90% of the fucking goddamn time. I dedicate myself every day. Like, I started a group chat with my employees. Now, this happened this week, and guys, I am deeply moved on the response that I got. I sent them out a text message, and I didn't want to send it to each individual one, so I just put them on a group message, day and night shift drivers. Okay, and what made me so proud of these guys is that we are finally all getting along. Like, before I would send out a group text message and some of them would get mad. They're fucking idiots, But now that they've all worked together, I said, hey guys, enjoy your weekend. Have a happy 4th of July. I'll see you bright and early Monday morning. We'll be ready to go back to work. Let's finish this next half of the year better than we did the first year. And this group text messages went on, and they have all, like, made jokes with each other. They've joked with me about that they're drinking beer
why I'm posting pictures of me fixing their shit, and they're like, well, when are you, you know, it just made me so happy that they were getting along, you know. And I don't think that it's bragging when I'm trying to show you how to infrastructure your goddamn business to make it easier for you in the long run. And the service truck was about doing the stuff for ARM, which I've made great contacts there, and I've went and fixed everything that they've ever asked me to fix and fixed it, and I haven't got a call back to go fix it again. That's not bragging, okay? That's facts, all right? Yeah, PACCAR's debt is $10 billion. There you go. All right. What I'm trying to say is that service truck was built to get me home and fucking have more free time with my kids. That was it. And if I have to make a sacrifice where, you know what I'm saying, I can't buy my, you know, a new boat or a fucking RV right now to save myself time, and this precious when my kids are 2 and 4 or, you know, 3 and 7 months, I need to spend as much time as I can with them. Also, it was about sleep deprivation. Okay, I finally got my guys to understand why I'm an asshole all the time and I get real mad real quick is because I only sleep 2 hours a night, and that's hard to do for fucking 35 weeks. I want you guys to try that. I want you to work 7 days a week and sleep 2 hours a fucking night, because your trucks run every night, and if they call you and they're broke down on the side of the road, guess who's got to go get them? You. So you never get into deep sleep because you're waiting to hear that phone ring, because at least twice a night or something will fucking happen stupid. Okay? The nature of this business. I accept that. Okay, so I'm not out here bragging saying that I have a service truck that cost as much as somebody's house. That's what it fucking cost. You know what I'm saying? I have 2 kids, Shane, and I would love to spend more time with them. All right? I've never looked into the Caribbean trucking stuff yet. Yes, Tarek, that's great. Brian does think that, you know, other people are the root of his, that, you know, they're just picking on him. We're just picking on him. And when he's the one that went out there and picked on Dominique for something she said that she's not fucking lying about, okay, that pissed me the fuck off. All right? Because, you know what I'm saying? I know the backstory. I'm not going to say it, but I understand why she made that comment. And she was 100% correct on the reason she made that comment. And I wanted Brian to understand that. That's why I asked him, why in the fucking you working 6 days a week? Answer your goddamn answer the goddamn question. That's the question he couldn't answer. You know? Bullshit. Picking on some girl that has nothing to fucking do with the situation. Just because she came on there and said, yeah, Brian has a reputation of being a liar around here. I know why. I already know. Brian, I see it in your videos, bud. As I look. Yes, Tarek, when you're running this type of stuff, I'm going to tell you I get 0 sleep. 0. So I got a real short fuse. Real short. Not long. But that's why I bought the service truck. And I don't, everybody wants to know how much all the stuff costs. You know, it costs what it is. And I feel bad saying that I'm fucking riding around in a pickup truck that costs more than my first home. Okay? I don't want to come out and fucking say that. I'm fucking sorry. I'm fucking, do you understand that? I don't want to fucking say that. So I gave you analogy. You know, I'm trying to give you analogies. All right? I'm trying to give you analogies. You know? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. What I'm trying to teach guys and what I preach, let's take a walk around here. Okay? If you guys want to, you know, here's something. Okay? All right. you guys know my hardware store, okay? I added onto it. Now I got stuff to make my own airlines, silicone hoses, and all that stuff. All this is an investment into my future, okay? What this does is I spent some of my profits on stocking all this stuff up. So I have all this stuff sitting here so I don't have to stop and run and get bolts and whatnot when stupid stuff breaks. I keep Scotch-Brite in all wheels. I have this. I have electrical wire. I have hose connectors. I have everything. This is a part of infrastructuring you. Now Brian wants to talk all this bullshit about, well, your first 2 years of business, you spent your money on this stuff. I invested because I knew that I wanted to get to 13 to fucking 20 goddamn trucks. Okay? So what I'm doing now is I invested in this. This shit is hard assets. It's not going anywhere. This actually looks good on my fucking books that I have over $100,000 in parts and accessories. Okay? See, that's an asset. You know what that is? That's another fucking goddamn asset. Let's come out here. Okay? This welder, I paid cash for. Guess what? Fucking asset. Weld shit. Here is my new stuff to make all my own airlines. So we don't have to go to Parker at 3 o'clock in the morning when we blow a hose and the truck has to be down the half the next day. This costs $20,000. Okay? Boom. That's another hard fucking asset. Okay? We come over here. All right? Okay? More assets. We got this. Okay? We got lights for all the fucking trucks. You know what I'm saying? We got backup lights. We got headlights. We got fucking these lights. We got extra brake spiders in case they get loose again. I got strobe lights. Oil filters for everything. Okay? We come over here. This is all tarp section parts. Airbags. You want airbags? Because they're never fucking in stock for what you need. I have 6 of each. Okay? Mud flaps. Windshield wipers. Okay? Buy them in bulk. Come down here. PTO pumps sitting on the ground. Okay? Over here, brake rotors from Bendix. They take a hard time to get. Okay? Rear view mirrors, extra chops. Fucking filters. Mirror covers. Okay? Those right there take about fucking 6 weeks to get. Right there. Those are full Bendix, not rebuilt fucking goddamn brake calipers, okay? Come over here. You want to talk about, here's backup beepers, okay? Shit. Backup beepers right there, okay? This stuff, okay, says that I'm fucking real serious about what the fuck I'm doing. You want brake drums? All right, the brake drums I run, I usually have to order them. Got them stacked up like cordwood. There's 2 sets of brakes right there. Okay, here's Allison automatic transmission fluid. Okay, when you got to change the transmission fluid, there's filters over there for it. There's strobe lights. There's extra backup lights. There's fucking lift axle shocks. There's wheel seals. Whatever the fuck you want, I fucking got it. There's actually, Peterbilt calls me to get brake parts. You want to come over here? You know, I got more shit. You know, I'm tired of this shit. This is investment. This is what you have to do if you want to make money in the trucking business. Look at this. All right? These are lift axle fucking, because Peterbilt runs a special one, brake chambers, okay? This is, I got lift axle control valves here, okay, because they go bad. Here is the brake pads I run for the disc brakes. Got all those. You want fucking water containers? You know what I'm saying? Here's all the brake chambers for all the different trucks. You get a leak, got it fixed. You know what I'm saying? There's lift axle fucking control valves right there. You know what I'm saying? You think I have all this shit just because, you know, I'm out here living? You think I want to stock all this stuff? No. The most important thing is to keep these trucks moving. Most important goddamn thing. Most important motherfucking thing you could do. All right? Bullshit. You know, and he's talking about the one that I'm going out of business. You know? All right, to get to where you gotta be fucking, you gotta be fucking fair. Okay? And if you have one truck, okay, and you know I want to get to 5 trucks, okay, what you got to do is you got to start infrastructuring yourself. Okay? Just like any other business does. Okay? They infrastructure themselves. You know? I'm sure he went live, cried like a bitch. Yes, I got computers. You know? I'm sure he's going to cry like a sissy too. Sure, it's going to be all about me, how I'm an asshole. You know, hopefully he answers the goddamn question. I do got good toilet paper stockpiled too. If you want to see that, it's in the other bathroom. You know, talking about that I'm going to go out of business in 5 years. What the fuck's he talking about? You know? The fuck? You know? What does it say when other people that you have trucking business with bring the trucks to you to fix it? What does that say? They know that your shit runs every day, so you got to be doing something right. You know? See, I didn't know that I could list all this stuff as fucking assets. Okay? The VP of the bank that I bank came to my shop and sat right here with my account sitting right over here and go, hey, I've never been to a trucking business, but this seems like he has a lot of assets, and I show none of these on his books. And she's like, well, we haven't been putting down his assets. He's never told me that he had assets. Okay? And he's like, no, all this stuff is assets. Okay, I need this on his books. We got to move this into assets. You know, we put it in assets. We put it in assets. You know, I get called all the time from people. Hey, Justin, my truck's broke. You got this part? Is it a Peterbilt part? Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Come down and get one. Yeah, that's what I said, Tarek. He'll be living in a single wide, happier than a jaybird. Whatever. If you want to put your family through that kind of misery, go right ahead. But don't expect me to co-sign on it. You know, tough love, that was it. You know. Yeah. Yeah, if I bought a Ferrari instead of the service truck, you guys should be worried. Oh, hell, tell your daughter I said hello. I'm sorry, you know, that I'm on this rant, but this dude it really pissed me off because I feel like he made, the dump truck community is really fucking small here on YouTube, okay? It's really small. There's only a couple guys doing it, you know? And Dominique is one of them, and she's never bragged about nothing, okay? Nothing. That girl has never said anything. She's actually, her video on lift axle pressure was a great video. I watched that yesterday. I run my lift axle pressures a little bit different than hers, but I understand why she runs it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a great thing to learn. I already told Dominique yesterday, she is a way better truck driver than me. You know what I'm saying? Way better. All right? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I drove one of those things with, I even told her, if I drove one of those trucks with the reach in between, you know what I'm saying? The reach in between, I'd have knocked down every sign, telephone pole. Brad, you cannot have my Bridgeport. I'm in love with that thing too. He had to make a point that his excavator is paid for, but his mother bought that for him. He didn't buy it. Okay, he was on a live stream a long time ago talking about it. His mother bought him that excavator so he could put his brother to work. So yeah, it's paid for, you know. It's a gift. That's great too. You know, that's why he got that excavator. If not, he wouldn't have had it. See, again, that guy doesn't understand what makes him his money. And he never has. Never has. I know that the damn dump trucks make me my fucking money. You don't see me going out and buying any. I could go out and buy excavators instead of bolts. What the fuck am I going to do with a goddamn excavator? I'm not an operator. Okay? I'm not a fucking operator. Neither is he. Have you seen him operate equipment? Sketchy. Okay? Sketchy. I didn't do that. I invested my business in the dump truck business. Okay? Because that's what I knew would make money. Jake, I know he's the laughing stock of Pierce County dump trucks and King County dump truckers. I know that because I joined the group. All right? I joined the group. That's how I know that. You know what I'm saying? So he can lie and do whatever else he wants, but I fucking know about it. I don't know if he paid gift tax on his excavator. You can go over to his live stream and ask him. What's up, George? Can I join his live feed? No. Mike G, good point. Yeah, the excavator's not making any money right now because how's he going to move it? How are you going to move it? Both your trucks are broke, driver. And you can't put it on that. You can't put it on the super dump. So it's a fucking yard ornament. You know? Just like the rest of his yard. I see why his neighbors are pissed. They're going to throw him out of there eventually. They're going to come to him and fine him and throw him the fuck out of there. Just a matter of time. They're going to send him so many letters, he just don't get it. Again, stepping on a $100 bill to pick up a dime. Doesn't matter, okay? Think about if you run that excavator fucking 1 month and it makes you 20 grand, you could have bought another truck. And it makes you 20 grand a month times 12. What's a better investment? What's a better investment? What are you better at? You know, wants to argue with me. You know, you're barking up the wrong tree. You know, barking up the wrong tree. Get successful at one thing before you want to try to get successful at something else. Guy told me that one time. You know. Yes. Big rig truck mobile reservice, you're right. If you cannot take constructive criticism, okay, you're never going to make it in this world. I've taken a lot of constructive criticism. Okay? Right? I've taken a lot of constructive criticism. And the way that I look at it, and I'd like to explain it to him too, is this. Yes, Dominique is from the same area as Brian. Yes. Yes, she is. She doesn't know him personally, but, you know, apparently the Facebook groups have a great time at Brian's expense. But anyway, what was I going to say? Shit. Yeah, Brad, the Bridgeport is all mine. That's probably going to be, I'll probably die with that thing. You know? I'll probably die with that thing. Yeah. All right. Oh, so here's the point. I'd like to tell Brian, I don't think that I'm putting out bad information in there when I get a lot of phone calls. All right, the driver's back. We can start fucking jerking this tarp on this thing. All right, guys. I got to go because we got to get ready
to jerk this fucking... I got to put this tarp on this truck tonight. So the driver that actually drives this truck knows how to string it. So if me and him can get it on and off and strung tonight, that'll really help me out. So, guys, sorry for this rant, but I would like to... I'm going to leave it at this. I don't think that I'm putting out bad information there when I get at least fucking 5 emails a week with guys asking me questions about how to help them get to where I'm at. And I really want to help people. I really want to get everybody, if they're serious about this, I'm still working on the mentorship thing. I would love to be somebody's mentor. I would love for somebody to say, this guy got me over the hurdles that I needed to get to. Sometimes they just need a good swift kick in the ass and say, dude, you can do this. Get off your fucking ass. Stop complaining and fucking get out there. And fucking you can do it. If you got will, power, and you think you could do it, dude, you can do it. But follow these guidelines and you'll be successful. You'll be fucking successful. George has helped me out more than you fucking ever want to know. Okay, I've learned so much from that dude. I'm almost a fucking, he's the Jedi Master at electrical problems, okay? I am still a Padawan learner, but we're getting there. All right? Tarek, great. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm doing so much stuff wrong, why in the fuck are people keep asking me to help them? Why? Ask yourself that. Because people look around and the smart marks go, maybe I could listen to this guy and learn from him and get to where he's at instead of bashing him and saying he's got all this crazy shit. Think about that for a minute. Think about that. The smart marks, the guys that really want to know, ask the right questions at the right time. Him picking on a girl, that's chicken shit. All right? Dude, you got to email me on the Justin Sturgill trucking thing. I'll put you in the folder that has the mentorship program thing that I'm working on. Like I said, I have very little time. I want to do this correctly. I want to try to explain all the rules, how the time is going to work, and all that stuff before I open my big mouth and start doing crazy shit. Okay? Because then it's going to get out of control and people are going to feel cheated, and that's not what we're going for. So, like always, guys, thanks for watching. I got to fucking go. We're going to put that tarp on.